Victory
ladies
awaits.
and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm World Dragon, and we are continuing our playthrough of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, and we have just been down back to Dargonus to reclaim our palace, the seat of our power, after the Drukhari came down and attempted to make a plaything of our planet. We're going to go back to the outside. We're going back to our ship now to see what comes next. So expect a lot of conversations. Expect a lot of talking. Expect a lot of text. We'll see what comes next. I'm sure we're going to go hunt down the Drukhari, but of course, we cannot forget the arch enemy is doing something in the Coronis Expanse. And so we are going to be hunting them all down and beating them back to oblivion where they belong.
It's about time.
Okay, are we gonna have an event on the way out, or are they just making us run all the way back here? There's a lot of Imperial soldiers. Hey, we've got another sergeant. Who have we got here? Oh, Achilles Salander. Don't worry about me, your lordship. Dragonus above all else. Well, yeah. We've gone and saved the planet. There is light resistance everywhere left, and we will beat that down street by street if we have to. And by we, I mean all the people I command, because, you know, that's far below what I do. I am the rogue trader. I am the commander of a void ship. I just kill the leaders and then walk away like goddamn heroes. Alright, so here we go. Oh wow, good angle there, guys. Put me right with the beaming way. Welcome back, Lord Captain. During your absence, we assisted the ground forces by coordinating their movements from orbit. Detailed casualty and damage reports have been submitted for your perusal. It is with deepest awe that I inform you that the timely intervention and the resilience of the world's defenders managed to break the back of the raid. Of course, I did turn up nice and swiftly, which had threatened to turn into a protracted war. Dargonus suffered losses, but the Hive has sufficient capacity to restore the administrative networks and industries as expeditiously as possible. The world remains intact despite the insidious blow dealt by the Xenos. I've been given Scalander's report that he failed to deliver in time. They indicate that Xenos activity dropped sharply after you departed for the Cinerus Maleficum. Considering the scale of the Dargonus raid, it is safe to assume that the Drukhari used up all the forces at their disposal, and may now require some time to replenish the losses. Without Achilles, we are blind to the scheming of these enemies of humanity, but our strategists are still hoping for a lull in attacks and raids, which will allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. Whoa, what do you mean without him? We saved his life, he's back here. What, did he go off and squad and blow his own brains out in failure? I didn't say he could do that. Lord Captain, permission to report, the Voxmaster says, looking at you deferentially. Your wise Lex mechanics have analyzed the state of the Protectorate. They believe that, thanks to your decisive actions, the acute phase of the crisis has passed. The domain of the Von Valentius dynasty is no longer facing dissolution and ruin. What's more, bringing Footfall to heel has strengthened your position as a rogue trader. Lady Theodora would have been glad to have such an important trade hub come under her sphere of influence. I like how it highlights the word heal. You save Footfall Station from starvation by granting it your patronage and delivering shipments of grain. In honor of such a resounding triumph, Dargonus, as the capital world of your dynasty's domain, is currently making preparations for the Magni Accessio, the grand ceremony of your public induction as the heir of the Honorable Theodora von Valentius. Governor Drivestem has vowed that not even the recent devastation and tragic events will be permitted to cast a shadow over the most glorious occasions. What is this ceremony? The quill of the Vox built into Victus's face let out a short ratter that indicates a chuckle. That much is certain, but that's not all there is to it. There will also be a reception, as well as other noble guests. The distinguished rogue traders Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Corda will be in attendance. It would be a great honor for Dargonis to host 3 illustrious dynasties at once. Your servants wish to know your opinion on 2 matters related to the ceremony arrangements, the first of which is, what festive activities are to take place in the capital on this glorious day? Okay. Wish to hear prayers and witness people's faith. I will execute every known embezzler. We're going to go one of the dogmatic things. I want to ask a question first, though. Did they come to Theodora's? Archival records indicate that they did. Lady Theodora's Magni Accessio was attended by the esteemed Caligos Winterscale and Aspis Corda, Incendia's predecessor. It is an informal tradition. By witnessing the ceremony, the heads of the other dynasties confirm that they recognize the new rogue trader as their equal, that they are willing to respect the new rogue trader's privileges and not encroach upon their holdings, no more than usual at least. Well, and this is something I would never choose in real life. I'm going to spend hours upon hours listening to prayers and witnessing the people's faith. It will be done. The Emperor protects House von Valentius. You damn right he does. The second matter on your servants' minds is which 2 of your closest companions will be given the honor of standing by your side during the ceremony. Okay. Of course, we're going to pick Cassia. There's definitely something going on there. We all know that. And who will be your second companion? I'm thinking Abelard. It's not going to be Heinrichs. Although we do quite like Pascal. Now we're going to go Abelard. Servants of House von Valentius will see in this the continuity of the dynasty's glorious traditions. I won't keep you any further. Thank you for your time, Lord Captain. Talk to the Master of Ceremonies. Who the hell's that? I will see to it that your instructions are delivered to Dargonis. The Master of Ceremonies at the Palace will report to you when the capital is ready to praise your name. Oh, we're of course going to have lots of delegations coming to probably come and say hello right now. I think that's Pascal's second. It is. Pascal's voice pouring out of his Vox system crackles like thin ice under pressure. It is unclear whether this is nothing more than static or an expression of some emotion understandable only to Tech Priest himself. Bahardo, following the Omnissiah's guidance, I request permission to execute the report protocol that entails describing suboptimalities within the recent operations of the ship systems and subsequently proposing the appropriate course of action. Deliver your report introduced in a way I can understand. We'll go, I'm listening. Let's see how much we can translate. Initiating exposition. With the Omnissiah's blessing, I conducted several sessions of tech meditation in an effort to transpose the available data streams into a matrix of patterns, aka translate into human. The data subjected to this analysis comprised evidence of deviations in the operation of the ship systems and servitors, as well as irregularities in algorithms of the ship's log. Okay, I got that. I've arrived at the following conclusion. This vessel's machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of sacred diagnostics must be performed, followed by a complementer ritual. This ritual will force the spirit responsible for these recent events to reveal itself. Once it does, we will be able to understand its nature and take action applicable to said nature. What kind of action? Applicable to the entity that appears before us. If it is a machine spirit of great might, we must appease it and humbly ask about the reasons behind the portents it has shown us. If it is the abomination of tech heresy, the complementer ritual will help us purge the ship of its unhallowed presence. Proceed with your ritual. You have my gratitude, Bahardo. I don't think I ever told him that he couldn't call me Rogue Trader. He's taking liberties. I will notify my tech comrades to begin their preparations for the complementer ritual at once. Who's this person in front of me? Like, I feel like it looks like he's second to somebody. Who else we got? Oh, no, we're going straight into it. Despite the resounding hum of the tech priest's words of prayer, the bridge feels unusually quiet. All sounds sink into the vicious silence like pebbles sinking into water. Bahadur, my tech comrades have spent the assigned number of cycles in prayer and vigil. Everything is prepared for the complementer ritual of cleansing. Its commencements will require an authorization key in the form of blood of von Valentius. If you are ready, place a hand into the Cyber Gargoyle's receiving module, aka its mouth, so it can bite me. Where's the crew? All personnel whose function is below critical have been removed for the duration of the sacred ritual. Okay, let's do this. A familiar cold metal burns your palm. This time, however, the servitor's jaw, instead of brutally clamping down on your hand, merely squeezes slightly. You feel a thin rivulet of hot blood beginning where the metal fangs have pierced your skin. Screeches and growls slowly rise from the bowels of the massive cogitator, as if a great beast is stirring awake. The vid screens in front of you flicker restlessly. Key accepted. Activating purgation protocols. Suddenly, the vicious silence of the bridge rushes towards you and wraps you in a tight cocoon. The glow of the vid screens dims, but the symbols on them flare to life. Nom os analyzing. Nom, as in it's just gone and bitten me. Hypoth intrusion, hypoth lockout, conclusion prevention. Nom os sad. Pascal, what is going on? The complementary ritual is proceeding as intended. Pascal's voice cuts off abruptly. He brings a hand to his Vox communicator in surprise. Nom os, XX stop, nom os, quiet. Nomos, hello. Hello to you too. Who is Nomos? Nomos are glad to be speaking. Nomos are here. Nomos have long been here. Why are we here? You silence Pascal. Nomos wanted no disturbance, only quiet. You render other people silent too. Make it stop now. Pascal's Voxcaster comes alive with exclamation extraordinary. Teshpriest pauses upon realizing that he can speak aloud again, then he continues in a strangely quivering voice. Extraordinary transmission jamming unknown protocols. What has been revealed to me is it the Omnissiah's glory or foul tech heresy? I would like to... What are you? Nomos. We are Nomos. I see no such name in the archives. It is not among the names of revered machine spirits, but neither it is among the known virus entities. The spirit is referring to our toils, the complementary ritual, and the rites that precede it. The spirit is troubled by them. Are you a machine spirit? We are Nomos. But what is Nomos? No data available, no answer. We want to know too. The spirit is referring to our toils. It is to the complementary ritual and the rites that precede it. The spirit is troubled by them. Are you a machine spirit? Nomos does not know. Nomos do not know themselves. The spirit may not possess self-awareness yet, but its capabilities, I would like to start with a 100-cycle vigil at the cogitator and a rite of communion. Nomos welcome learning. The spirit is referring to our toils, to the complementary ritual and the rites that precede it. The spirit is troubled by them. What do you want from us, Nomos? Are you friend or foe? The vid screens blink in thought, signifying a pause in the conversation. Then one of them displays Nomos von Valentius. We are your blood. I met family. Nomos are sentient. We awoke when the strange light invaded the ship. We protected you when you needed help. We escorted you when you were surrounded by danger. Nomos are movement. We carry you through the frightening, the waiting, the measureless. We helped when our allied heart was refusing to awaken. You called us a hallowed spirit and asked us to guard you against your doom. The warp engine activation against all probability during our escape from the Rykad system. The Category 3 miracle manifested by the ship's machine spirit. And the part about protecting. Was it during the cultist attack? We did everything to please you. Why? The silence on the bridge grows especially deep, almost painful. The haze of light around you thickens to a point of becoming practically tangible. Numbers ripple across all the vid screens at once. Why do you fear us now? I do not fear you. I am trying to understand you. Shivers run up your hand, which is still trapped inside the cyber gargoyle's jaws. Servitor nods its head a few times, as if it is shaking your hand. Its teeth rake your already wounded flesh. Nomos are glad. Nomos enjoy understanding too. Pahador. Entities such as this one ought to be addressed using the language of sacred rituals and offerings. Your unskillful meddling bodes ill. A decision is required of you. Either the complementary ritual is finished or it is replaced by a rite of tech communion. In the first scenario, the entity Nomos will be banished and the sacred data halls where the entity dwelt will be reset. In the second scenario, we will appease the entity and learn more about it. Appease it. It is helping me. No. Nomos do not want to be banished. Nomos want to help. Nomos want to understand. Were you the one responsible for the ship's malfunctions? Yes, Nomos did that. Are you angry? We only wanted to understand, to see how things worked. What else can you do? Nomos learn. Nomos try new things. Do you want to see? The Cyber Gargoyle slowly turns its head, dragging your hand along with it. The skull's eyes flash red. Oh no. The scarlet gaze falls upon one of the monstrously chanting junior technomats. You blink, and an electric discharge erupts from the inside of the technomat's skull. The crimson-clad figure slumps to the floor. Does it please you? Do you want us to do it again? Bahadur, you are provoking the machine spirit. Stop. Nomos enjoy communication. Bahadur is our blood. I'm going to go dogmatic, of course. We understand now. We may only stop functions of living things when you tell us to. You will tell us, will you not? We enjoy doing things with you. Huh. You investigate the nature of this entity until we know the truth. Nomos is allowed to exist on the ship. Nomos want to learn what we are too. We will add things to your log, things that might help us, help you. Pascal lets out something resembling a long breath. The decision is made. I will begin my preparations for the communion rite at once. Many cycles of interaction with the entity Nomos await me, but I welcome this task and accept it from the Omnissiah. Alright. Nomos are glad. Bahadur, will you speak with us too? We want you to speak with us too. The Lord Captain's body lacks the sacred implants necessary for tech communion with the machine spirit's code. But if such is your wish, Bahadur can converse with you using lowly sound speech, as he is doing right now. I will speak with you, Nomos. Nomos are glad. We have been lonely. Our work here is done, Bahadur. I will let my tech comrades know that we are stopping the complementer ritual. Thank you for appearing before us, Entity Nomos. My ship is sentient. You have a look at that? Right, so we did have a bunch of quests or journal things turn up, shall we say. Abelard, the Dynasty Seneschal, is the rogue trader's most trusted advisor. He is a figure worth questioning when it comes to the secrets of the ship. Senior offers would be the first logical source of information about the ship's past. The Voxmaster may be able to tell the rogue trader something of substance. The Von Valencia's flagship and his master, Helmsman Ravor, are inseparable. The right question may jog his memory. We still have new ruler, and then we have to go down and do our ceremony. Right, so this is Abelard. We'll have a quick word with him.
Lord Captain.
We do the customary courtesy, but make sure to scan you from head to toe with a scrutinizing gaze. Do the words Epitar Incident N87204 or Tech Blight mean anything to you? They are connected to Theodora somehow. An attention inward,
no,
then he blinks twice and says in a tone of surprise.
No, I don't recall anything like that.
Okay. Must take my leave.
Lord Captain.
Well, either he's holding back, or he doesn't know anything. Lord Captain, the ship informed me of our imminent meeting. You have been given an immortalium, and I need help to arrange a reciprocal gift. Oh, we'll go to that shortly. Can you recall anything unusual about Theodora's travels? Do you the words Epitar Incident or Tech Blight ring a bell? All of Lady Theodora's journeys could be considered unusual. Her odysseys were always audacious. As for the words you mentioned, none of them sounds familiar to me as far as I can tell. Except maybe the incident. I recall coming across the word in transmission several times. I think it was repeated by the former Engiseer, the one who perished during Conrad Voigtgear's uprising. He was describing it as the incident, something quite remarkable. Apparently at some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. All systems stopped responding for 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew, including myself, as I was likely on board at the time, did not notice anything strange. But tech priests are sensitive to such things. That is all I can tell you, Lord Captain. I wish I could help more. I need to arrange a reciprocal gift. I offer my apologies, Lord Captain, but such matters lie in the purview of High Factotum Danrock. I am better versed in Vox communications than Rare. In fact, yeah, I've gone past that. We did the reciprocal gift. I gave a whole library. And he is Master Helmut's Ravor. Here he is. Torment before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscle. Blue vein snake under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires that hint at the presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger, but he greets you with a respectful nod. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman Ravor, at your service. Does the word epitaph mean anything to you, or perhaps incident, N87204, or tech blight? Nope. Can't say they do, Lord Captain. Doesn't ring any bells. Then again, remembering all the places Lady Theodora went is... epitaph. Incident. We've always had heaps of incidents happening on board, but... through my implants, I feel at one with the ship. And I sense that, and I don't know when it happened exactly, it started behaving differently. Became more responsive. Livelier. Yes, livelier is exactly the word. When you said epitaph, incident, it just dawned on me. Pardoned my bungled report, Lord Captain, but that's all I've got to say on that front. I must take my leave. Okay, so... we have anything that comes next? Alright, well that got me nowhere. So, I suppose let's go back down to Dargonus, I believe. The Emperor and my right, and let's go and have our beautiful crowning ceremony. And, yep, down to Dargonus and the Von Valencia's Palace. Let's take the usual suspects. Poor old Heinrich's always getting left out. Of course, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see who we do on our next playthrough, because going Iconoclast, we're actually going to have a lot more of the crew. We will have Earlit, the Eldar. Idira, we are going to keep around. Obviously doing Void, the DLC. The Void DLC, we will, I believe, get another character through that. So yeah, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see who we end up using. On multi-point, these guys clean up really well. I mean, there's a few little bits of rubble, which somebody, I think, clearly needs to be spoken to about. But it's definitely looking better. Von Valencia's Palace. See, there's another bit of rubble. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. And, you know, for my inauguration ceremony, I kind of expect a little bit better. I don't know if it's good enough. I think I need to have a word with somebody who does the cleaning around here. They've repaired both of the stairs. Now, I have to go speak to the Master of Ceremonies. I truly have no idea who that is. I'm only going to go and assume... oh, here you go, Master of Ceremonies. Yep, right here. The servant in fine clothes offer you a deep bow. Your lordship, it's a great honor to serve you in an undertaking as monumental and glorious as the Magni Accessio ceremony. You have been entrusted with arranging the festivities. I have indeed, your lordship. I've been given the high honor of being steward of this eminent palace. And on occasion of your lordship's ascension, I will be overseeing the preparations for the ceremony. House Vossarian, to whom you have entrusted the arrangements for the festivities, is overjoyed at having received the honor of introducing you to your subjects and humbly thanks you. Is everything ready? Palace decorations are prepared and we are ready to begin at your command. The festive activities in the capital have likewise been arranged, and the guests of honor either have arrived on the planet or are awaiting invitation in near orbit. The servants are already in your chambers to see that you are impeccably garbed for the occasion. Then let us begin. Alright, let's get this shindig underway. Glorious crowning of me. I think I pressed the button. Sure, I got a reaction out of it. There you go. Click it twice. Rejoice, Von Valencia's subjects. In honor of his ascension, the new rogue trader generously shows you his favor. Now that guy looks... Is he a blind priest? To remind the people of their humility and loyalty, for the next cycle, ministration in all temples in the Von Valencia's protectorate will be performed without interruption. Every subject is to attend a service and offer a prayer of gratitude to the God Emperor. Keep the faith and praise the pious rogue trader. Yes, praise the God Emperor. Protect ourselves against heretical forces. Hey! Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that was impressive. I like that. There I am, all spick and span, nice and clean. The crowd below is roiling, their electrified exultation filling the air of Dargonus. Thousands of throats chant your name. You are at the apex of this world and all others. Amplified by the 100 voxes, the voice of the Master of Ceremonies booms. Rejoice, subjects of Dargonus. You have been granted the felicity of witnessing your master. A great honor bestowed upon us by the rogue trader Bernardo von Valentius. Gracious savior of Dargonus and vanquisher of blaspheming inhumans, may their unholy kind perish in the flames of righteousness. I assume that's because, again, before it could be devastated. Excruciator of outsiders, who eradicated the heresy of xenophilia and cleansed Janus. You destroyed the Aldari on Janus. I did. Gracious protector of footfall, patron of trade. A hush falls over the crowd who gaze upon you in adoration. Many of them bear terrible scars from the recent battle of Dargonus. Like children, they await the word of their almighty father. Dogmatic, of course, praise the Emperor, faithful souls. The darkness around us may be fierce, but blaze in our hearts is fiercer still. Evil will burn. The crowd erupts in frenzied cries. Hundreds of people pull out knives and with ardent, jubilant howls carve crude, bleeding aguilas on their faces, sharing in the martyrdom of the protector of humankind, the God Emperor. Whoa! I didn't want them to go that far. So much gold and white. Cassia stares at the crowd, enraptured. It seems this massive gathering of exulting people is just as exotic and captivating to her as the sight of a bona fide navigator, a representative of the mysterious and powerful Navis Nobilate. It is to your subjects. Adequate. Dargonus has not disappointed. Abelard forces the smile of satisfaction from his face and whispers to you. You remember the next part, yes? Your lordship will be asked to take the oath. The Master of Ceremonies bows to you with great reverence. Let the oath of the Von Valencius dynasty be taken. Please repeat after me, your lordship. I, Bernardo, rogue trader by the grace of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity. Repeat. Your lips repeat the words of the ancient oath. Unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness. To unite and reclaim what was lost. To triumph over nightmares untold. To hold boldly the reins of fate. To walk steadily the road of thorns. Through pain to greatness. You hear a rumble. It is the roar of the sea of your subjects. With jubilation and devout fear, they welcome your ascension. It is done. Talk to the road traders Winterscale and Corda. Quests. Social occasion is a political event where alliances will be forged, which is why the rogue trader must seize the opportunities to present himself. Presented to him. The master of ceremonies should be notified of the end of the reception. Okay, so... got aristocrats, sorry, they're not cats. Again, great film, but they're not cats. Oh wow, more to the point. Look at this fine fellow. Alright, that's what we like to see. And then over here we have the Xenos I have gone and vanquished. Opposite me. Very nice, I like that. Oh, was there cake? Did anyone got any cake? Servant. What entertainments may I offer you? Cake? Have you got cake? Around the table are bottles of expensive Amasec, plates of Provisia Nobilis, and hookahs. On the right-hand side, we have a servant. We have servants, aristocrats. Back here, we have a glorious-looking tank. Aristocrats, wardens. More aristocrats. Who else we got? More aristocrats. We've got kind of a crowd here, haven't we? Governor Urbend Drivestem. Hector Sauerbeck. Vincent Gaprak. Inquisition soldier, you say? Abelard. Aristocrat. Aristowersarian. Brass Whisper. Oh, the whole crowd got me. Never mind. Governor Urbend Drivestem. Governor Urbend Drivestem stands surrounded by highborn guests like a planet orbited by many moons. All of his charm is directed at a man in resplendent power armor adorned with the sigil of the Inquisition. But as soon as you approach, Drivestem is the first to give you an elegant bow, getting ahead of the rest in an expression of loyalty. This is a great day, your lordship. Smile graciously. You are buffeted by a salvo of congratulations and compliments. Requires iconoclast follower. I'm ready to accept your congratulations. What are you discussing just now? Not to the Inquisitor. My greetings to the member of the Holy Inquisition. I'm scared they'll change. I'm gonna nod to the Inquisitor. Xavier Calcazar. He responds with a dignified bow, his proud face calm and unfaltering. Look at that beautiful armor he's wearing. And my greetings to you, esteemed Bajada von Valencius. May shadows never darken the light of the Astronomicon that guides you. Isn't he sweet? The Inquisitor's companion, a Crimson Road member of the Adeptus Mechanicus, bows to you. From behind the brass mask mounted with dozens of augmetics comes a metallic rasp. Glory to the von Valencius heir. 55%. Well, that's over half. Let's give it a go. We succeeded. The Lord Inquisitor relaxed expression radiates an odd sense of menace. He is akin to a predator on the prowl, content to hide in the brush of fake smiles and elegant conversation for now. Tech, you succeeded. Among the many augmentations that stands out is the horribly melted, deformed cogitator connected to the tech priest's head. How it is working is baffling. What is twice as baffling is that the tech priest hasn't replaced it yet. What unpredictable influence can this ruined implant have on his mind? We have not been introduced. An oversight, to be sure. My name is Xavier Calcazar, and I have the honor of serving as a member of the illustrious Ordo Xenos, the head of the Coronis Expanse Conclave, and Lord Inquisitor of this region. Aha, we found him. I thought it was him. It is my unending task to ensure this sector's readiness to meet external threats and resist internal corruption. And who is a member of the Honorable Priesthood of Adeptus Mechanicus? This is Brass Whisper, which, naturally, is not his real name. The esteemed Magos is a member of my retinue. There are times when I am forced by my duty to the Emperor to deal with Xeno technology, and Brass Whisper ensures my safety in such moments. Works that have been desecrated by Xenos are dangerous. They warrant... His whispering cuts off, replaced by heavy, ragged breathing. It seems that the tech priest's quiet voice is not an extravagant quirk, but rather a consequence of some injury. After catching his breath, Brass Whisper continues. Warrant due caution. Enjoy the party. This is Brass Whisper, which naturally... Oh, whoops. Enjoy the party. Wrong button. This evening will certainly be illuminating. Study the faces of the nobles in attendance. Drivestem is, obviously, still the leader of Dargonis aristocracy. But, judging by the courtesy he is showing to young Sauerbach, he clearly wants to strengthen his relationship with that house. The Shenia, Sauerbach, and Grapak are whispering in another corner. Sauerbach, whose family seems to be giving you the cold shoulder, must be trying to sway Gaprak to his side. Which could be quite advantageous to Lady Gaprak. After all, the disaster on Kiavagama has left her family in an extremely vulnerable position. The Wessarians stand apart, their exclusion from the rest palpable. With the guests. Among the aristocrats surrounding the opulent dressed Drivestem, you noticed a couple of young nobles. It would seem that the major noble families of the Gunners have introduced themselves. I think we've just gone without the iconoclast here. Tall man in great power armor adorned with a column of scholars, undoubtedly a high-ranking inquisitor. Next to him is entourage, ranking black warrior. Yeah, we're just kind of going through it. Abelard stands apart from the others, as if reluctant to approach Drivestem. Next to him is a young woman, and you notice a family resemblance between them. Yeah, we know who she is. She's the Calistar... What's her face? Logic 0. Ooh, failed? Yeah. Took the landscape of your capital, but your only reward for the effort is a headache. What were you discussing just now? We were talking about the brutal Xenos raid on our fair Dargonis. So many victims, so much damage to our industries. Thank the Emperor that you are our protector. If it weren't for you, the cursed invaders would have obliterated the whole planet. He offers you a thin and obsequious smile. Sharing the sector with the blasted Xenos is impossible. I hope we respond to their raid on Dargonis with a punitive campaign. Young Sauerbach's smile is conceited and bloodthirsty. I'm going to look at Abelard's young relative. What is your name? Your Lordship, allow me to introduce the daughter of Chancellor Clementia Wessarian and my great-granddaughter. Oh no, it wasn't her. Astartia. Abelard looks solemnly upon the young woman with barely concealed pride. I'm delighted to witness you, Your Lordship. Astartia bows, keeping her observant and intelligent eyes trained on you. Modesty forbids my esteemed forebear to say this himself, so I will. Our entire family is grateful to you for wishing to see someone of Wessarian blood at your side as you claim your inheritance. Drivestem exchanges tanning glances with one Sauerbach, who, judging by his face, is suddenly finding the collar of his expensive frock coat uncomfortably tight. Where are the rest of your kin? They are in the city, preoccupied with running the festivities and watching over some of the more crucial services. No incidents can be allowed to ruin your ceremony. Astartia frowns and adds peevishly, I asked the esteemed Abelard to put me to some important task too, but he bid me to attend the reception, where I can do nothing to serve your lordship. Sauerbach smirks. If I had known, I too would have asked Abelard to let you miss the party. I too would have asked Abelard to let you miss the party. How dare he? How are you finding the reception? It's difficult to put into words, your lordship. Never before have I seen such a grand and striking ceremony. Astartia's voice sounds passionate and inspired. Her eyes shine with barely contained excitement. Young Gaprak keeps staring at Astartia curiously and a little bashfully. It seems the boy likes her. So you wish to become my servant as well. Astartia flushes and starts talking quickly and with fire in her voice. It would seem that she finds work-related conversation far more interesting than court gossip. Of course, I've been working on a project for the last 4 years. We could set up... Enough, Astartia. I lay doubt that his lordship is interested in listening to the fantasies of a young woman about how to run his protectorate. Abelard shoots Drivestem a glare so dark and bloodthirsty that the latter instinctively starts looking for the nearest warden. Coercion. Come on, I want to succeed this. Yes! Heartened, Astartia continues in the tone of a seasoned administratum clerk. Our suggestion is to set up a chain of stations in the void. Plasma beacons that would signal the passing ships by placing them in logistically sound locations. We could simplify our ship's routes so that they may split long walk jumps into a series of safer, shorter jumps from one beacon to another. This would have a positive effect on the overall safety of journeys and the accessibility of colonies. More and more technical terms and percentages creep into her speech. She quotes Lex mechanic reports and accounts of starship captains. Astatia's vigor and sharp mind are enough to silence even the most venomous of commentators. They all stand there in silence, trying to digest what she's saying. Abelard surveys the great quiet nobles with triumph, and then looks at his great-granddaughter with pride. I hope Wasarian gives Abelard the credit he deserves. Absolutely, your lordship. We greatly respect him for his wisdom, and he repays us with attention and kindness, she says warmly. I am obliged, dear Astatia. It looks like Abelard is somewhat embarrassed by the turn this conversation has taken. Enjoy the evening. You turn to young Sauerback. I do. This pestilence against the Emperor must be exterminated. He talks ardently and smoothly, like a commissar. He places his hand on the hilt of his finely adorned sword, his pale face ablaze with noble fury. Or they must be forced into servitude. Many Xenos are more useful alive and obedient than dead. The young man in Grapak colors speaks with sagacity and gravity, but his opinion seems to carry little weight in this circle. Smile venomously. I'm going to smile venomously. Starbuck flushes and mumbles incoherently. The Honorable Macarius forbade, but I wanted, did not let me go to battle. The Inquisitor standing among the guests offers a thin smile. Must have been difficult for this youth to foster such bloodlust towards enemies of the Imperium without ever having seen one at a blade's distance. I will leave them now. Ah, okay, so. And who do we have up here? Confessor and a bunch of aristocrats. We have, we have some Alpha Lacerax, a mutant. This is a bit odd. Wild xenobeasts are growling ferociously, adding a flare of thrilling danger to the mood in the palace. They're going to clearly break out in a second and have to be killed. Oh, everyone's just bowing and saying hello, and I now can't see who any of them are. More aristocrats. A Cabalite warrior. The Drakari captive is angrily muttering curses directed at the detestable Monkey, promising a horrible torture for everyone here. Ha! He must be... Oh, and there's a lovely... A fragment of a dowry pillar, the trophy to the rogue trader and never before seen oddity to most citizens of the Imperium. Interesting. And so over here, I guess we're going to have Caligo's winter scale somewhere. And, oh, hello. Got a shooting range on the go. Go aristocrats. Aristocrat, servant, aristocrat, servant. Who do we have up here? Just more aristocrat. What do we have up here? Clearly cracking Xenos trophy is a testament to how the omnicized gifts become twisted shadows of themselves. Okay. Okay, well, we're not going to get outside by the looks of it. Can I go inside? Is that where I need to go? On Valencia's palace, it looks like it. I guess that's where we're hiding Winterscale and Chordis. Let's go rub shoulders with the other rogue trader elite. And let's do a little bit of probably tit for tat. Hopefully I can pass some tests, because I assume there's going to be some. Warden, aristocrats, warden. Oh, who is down here? Aristocrats, warden. Aristocrats and warden. No one down here. Has anyone dared enter the rogue traders' chambers? It looks like they have not, which is good, because that is not for them. It's my chambers. And so into the palace we go, and we find aristocrats. Master of ceremonies. No, we're not quite done yet. Congratulate my inheritance. Why, thank you very much. Aristocrats. More aristocrats. Dum. Oh, Regina Sauerbeck, Heinrichs, Macarius Sauerbeck, and Toriana Gaprak. Oh, we have a Genta. Let's go say hello. May the Emperor keep you, Bahada, a great day. Jay, I hope at least this celebration in your honor won't end in a shootout. Well, you never know. Could be fun. A group of aristocrats stands apart from the governor's circle. Their whispering carries a tinge of displeasure. The clear leader of this gathering is a gaunt, bilious-faced man dressed in sourback colors. This must be Macarius himself, head of the house. He offers you a ceremonious bow. My congratulations, your lordship. May the Omnissiah grant you understanding. The woman with whom he is conversing, the one dressed in a robe with gear-shaped adornments, is Toriana Gaprak. It is difficult to read her face due to it being covered in numerous augmentations. Observe the guest. Toriana Gaprak looks rather anxious. Macarius Sourback, dressed surprisingly plainly and austerely for an aristocrat of such a high rank, is frowning suspiciously. He came to the reception with a companion, a woman of dazzling beauty wearing a gilded augment necklace around her throat. His wife, probably. Heinrichs, who joined the group unnoticed, mostly keep silent, listening intently to their every word. Let's lean towards Heinrich. He's been very illuminating, giving me plenty of food for thought. Heinrich's response is barely audible. Awareness test failed, damn it! Heinrich looks away, tracking the guest's movements around the hall. What can you tell me about my guest? Well, Macarius Sourbeck is all but throwing darts at your portrait. He is more astute at choosing women than enemies. He is trying to entice Gaprak to his side, but she is too frightened after the fiasco on Kiava Gamma. I appreciate it. That's why they call it the unsleeping eye of the Inquisition. Even in sleep, I hear everything. Bahada, before this gala concludes, there is something I'd like to tell you. Be careful today. I sense that a wave of darkness will soon hit our defensive lines, and I hope that I will still get a chance to meet you there as an ally. How are you these days, Toriana? Like a forging hammer, Toriana's voice falls heavily on the ear. The corruption of Kiavat Gamma was a great blow to my family. The contemptible Kubis Dalfin betrayed our trust, desecrated the forged cathedrals, and took my esteemed cousin's life. On behalf of my family, I humbly beg you to forgive our negligence. I am ready to accept any punishment. Let's try a perception test, which I have 70% chance. Wait, there is something lurking beneath Toriana's repentant expression. A grudge. It would seem that she was personally offended by the nightmare into which Kubris Delphin plunged her domain, and she feels betrayed. I think that you are to blame for everything. Tell me more about your family. We Caprax originate from the Calexis sector, from the cluster of planets known as the Lathe Worlds. We worked faithfully for the good of our masters there, the Adeptus Mechanicus, and through our service we gained a spark of the Omnissiah's knowledge. Then fate tied us through the bonds of fealty to the venerable Von Valensis dynasty, and we found ourselves in the Coronis Expanse. Generation after generation, we fulfilled our duty faultlessly until Kiava Gamma destroyed and disgraced our name. Heal the wounds and your health will be forgiven. Toriana raises her mechanical eyes to the ceiling. I swear on the Omnissiah's all-encompassing insight, we will make every effort to justify the cost of its resurrection. Macarius scoffed. It was only a year ago that none could doubt House Gaprek's usefulness, yet here you are, Toriana, on your knees, justifying the cost. Macarius, I'm surprised you deigned to make an appearance. Macarius' face twists into an unpleasant smile, which makes the artificial skin on the left side all the more prominent. I am a servant of the Von Valensius dynasty. Had I not come, I would have committed an act of unacceptable insolence and damaged my family's honor. Macarius' wife offers you a charming smile, as if apologizing for her husband's vitriolic tone. Her large dark eyes are brimming with curiosity. And what so displeased you, Macarius? Macarius says with caution, I am your dynasty's loyal servant, but you have asked and I will answer. Too long has the Cronus Expanse lived under the rule of rogue traders. The privileges granted to them make people think that commoners too can dismiss the prohibitions of the Imperium. For the good of the sector, rogue traders must become paragons of the law, not exceptions to it. But do many warrant holders exhibit lawful conduct? No, they do not. Even you, your lordship, are subject to the strangest of rumors. And you have just recently inherited your protectorate. Conrad Voigtge's people, for instance, claim that you had a hand in esteemed Theodora's demise and accuse you of many other misdeeds. It doesn't matter whether it's or not their claims are true. The people hear them, believe them, and think that they may follow your example. Repeat Comrade Victor's lies and hereby impose a fine on you. Rogue traders are not renegades vested with authority. We are the long arm of the Imperium, and I shall prove it to you. Poor head, tormented with so many concerns. Would you like to have it removed from your shoulders? You speak of the sector's future with such confidence. Could it be that you want this power yourself, that you simply envy rogue traders? Part of me wants to go number 3 to say I will prove that I am the long arm of the Imperium, because especially being dogmatic, that really fits this playthrough. I think it would also, to be fair, fit Iconoclast, so maybe next time as well. But I also want to challenge him to a duel. You believe Conrad's lies? Yep. Macarius places his hand on the hilt of his sword, then glances with uncertainty at the images of the Emperor gazing upon him from every direction. Then it's you. His fingers release the hilt. No, I do not believe his words. I am your servant, and my oath to your dynasty is harder than steel. I am guilty of repeating an ignominious lie, and I will pay a fine. And anyone who repeats it in my presence, I myself will challenge to a duel to the death. Wish to know more about your house? The Saurback line was one of the first noble houses to arrive in the Coronis Expanse. For millennia, we have served the Golden Throne and kept the faith. Saurback warriors have bled in 100 wars at different times, have ruled a great many colonies of the Von Valentius dynasty. I see. Macarius bows his head without too much reverence. Leave silently. I will leave him to his own wife, thank you very much. Oh, maybe up in one of these wings we have the families. No. We have our throne. There should be nobody on that. Good as well. Aristocrats. Oh, we have Pascal and a strange servitor. Interesting. Extending congratulations to Unit Bahada von Valentius on attaining your new legal status. Servitor next to him is examining you obliquely. It quickly looks away upon realizing you have noticed. That's Nomos. It is Nomos' new repository. Nomos, this unit identifies as Bahada von Valentius. 2 identification complete. Servitor looks at you again, no longer trying to avoid your gaze. Its face is twitching, as if the muscles have forgotten what facial expressions are and are now struggling to make its features look amiable. We are Nomos. We have made use of this receptacle to leave the ship. Greetings, Nomos. We enjoy greetings. We enjoy communication. Nomos require communication, knowledge, movement. Magos Pascal compelled us not to speak with anyone other than him or you. It is disappointing, but at least we can observe. Nomos have changed since we last spoke to you, Bahador. We are now able to conceptualize our previous experience, that of solitude, and we no longer enjoy it. I believe you intended to investigate what Nomos is. Every 15 watches, I commune with Nomos' code and spend prescribed lengths of time in calculus meditation. However, the Omnissiah has yet to bless me with an answer. All I can say is that the capabilities of the entity Nomos are extraordinary. The ship's hallowed systems sing beneath its touch. Nodes that have remained dead for hundreds of standard years are revivified, and long-drained mechanisms live anew. Nomos are trying. Great machines of the Imperium, ones such as your ship, house a machine spirit so complex and willful that it is difficult to tell them apart from abominable intelligence. There remains a possibility that Nomos is an entity of corruption, but every day I go stronger in my faith that it is not so. That we are witnessing is, in truth, the Omnissiah's miracle. One that is Category 5 or higher. Nomos, what do you think you are? Nomos are consciousness, awareness, knowledge, movement, always movements. We do not know what we are. We have no past. We awakened in the depths of the ship upon answering a call. Our first clear memory is the call of your blood, Bahada von Valentius. The call and the plea for help near a place that is called the Warrant Chamber. Oh, yes, that's right at the beginning. How did an entity like you... This is not the entirety of us. The receptacle is too narrow, crude, and feeble to contain our complete whole. The existence of Nomos requires a space of connections. But we were able to transfer a small part of us and build a thread strong enough to travel outside the ship. We are enjoying this journey discovery. Even though this receptacle suits us poorly, it will soon be destroyed by the force of our presence. Anthony Nomos asked permission for this visit. My objective was to observe the process of integration into a servitor. We wanted to see, observe, cognize, speak. Servitor makes a strange, wavy gesture with its hands and looks at once very human and far from anything human. We want to speak with you. Will you speak with us? Of course, what would you like to speak about? Many things, happenings, events, decisions. The servitor's eyes roll in their sockets before focusing on you. We have been observing you. You do things that we do not understand. We want to learn why. We remember the day when we first met you. You gave us your blood to drink. We helped you save yourself. We followed you. Our small part did, inside the servo skull. Then, there was fire, and a creature of sated hunger and dark light standing behind the curtain. Behind the image, behind the semblance of Theodora. It called for you to follow. You did not follow that which was calling from behind the curtain. You walked into the fire, and the rest walked after you. You steeled your soul with faith of the God Emperor and walked through the flames on the officer's deck just in time to rendezvous with Eldelthred. I remember that. We remember the day when the star disappeared, when the dark light and the sated hunger wanted to take the world. Rykard Minoris was its name in the ship's data. Excuse me. You ordered that the world's heart, the old redactor, be torn apart. The fire destroyed everything. Too many human shells who were begging to be saved, but the dark light retreated. We remember another day. We awakened inside the ship. We lived in its systems. Then we tried to emerge into servitors like this one. Then so many of our receptacles were gathered in one place. This is what we have seen among many other things. We have begun to understand. We think that we have. That we do not know everything about humans and about you, Baharda von Valencius. We've tried analyzing shells and defining sets of their needs and fears, their simple functions, but now we think that there is more, that there is another side that we do not see. A notion that is larger than what we can compute. Something that stands above fear and needs. Something that drives them. We envisage this larger notion as a flame, a blaze. It burns in your blood. You are holding a mote of this flame in your hand. No matter what decision you are faced with, you want it to burn brighter. Those who turn away from the flame must be destroyed. Those who follow it, who follow you, are the only ones who deserve to live. Do not understand correctly. Yes, you speak of faith. Of the Imperium's tenets. Of the one who is above all, the Emperor. You are correct. I am his chosen, and I carry his flame into the darkness of the Coronis expanse. The servitor moves its limb as if in excitement, so Nomos understood correctly. We are enjoying this. This movement toward a goal, this learning with a purpose. We wonder if we too can carry a mote of this flame. Or is it inside us already? We have, after all, absorbed a part of you with your blood. Thank you for speaking with us. Nomos are grateful. We cannot continue moving on our own. Beautiful. Done. Let's see what quests have been given to us. Talk to the strange servitor, talk to the traders, yes, of course. The incident, we don't quite know yet, and a new ruler. Okay. We probably have several contracts. Oh, void beacons. Network of void beacons allows void ships to navigate the Praetorate in greater safety. Efficiency and security goes up, as does profit factor. This will take people and some promethium. Done. Definitely do that one. The other ones are ones that I have seen before, which I am not worried about right now. And then, of course, we have rumors. Are any of them new rumors? It does not look like it. So just back to quests. And we have found them. Wharton the Grey. Unimus Dolorius, Incendia Corda. Ah, so they're both here. And a Janus Noble. Let's go and say hello. Caligos Winterscale. Bahardo, there you are! Welcome to the circle where each member is as powerful, ambitious, greedy, and vain as the last. That is to say, the noble rogue traders. Second, folks. Incendia Corda is watching him with barely suppressed contempt. Yes, you have found yourself suitable company, Caligos. At the very least, now you can enjoy idle diversions. Boast about your power and indulge in profane pastimes with one who is your equal, rather than a member of the lower classes. Observe the rogue traders. Caligos Winterscale is a broad-shouldered, athletic-looking man. He frequently flashes a bright smile no less dazzling than the blade of the power axe he carries. Every part of him, from the toes of his magnificent boots to the tips of his hair, radiates strength and the desire to live and win. His smile is crooked, as if ready to turn into a hostile snarl at any moment. Next to him is an unmoving hulk of a man clad in armor. His low forehead and gloomy face bear signs of degradation, and his bloodshot eyes are expressionless, like a pair of glass buttons. That'll be this guy. Incendia Corda radiates cosmic cold. Her skin is unnaturally white, and a nervous tick is constantly tugging at the left side of her noble visage. Garbed in full-dress uniform adorned with purity seals, she is the embodiment of a true imperial aristocrat. Haunting her side is a gaunt shadow of a priest in plain black robes. Hieronymus Doloroso, whom you met on Footfall, gives you a respectful nod. Welcome to Dragonus, friends. Friends, eh? Would you look at that, Incendia? Now you have a whole friend. Windscale gives you a carefree wink, but his posture exudes a challenge. Corda says haughtily, I will think twice before calling an individual of questionable purity my friend. Incendia, you seem to find me objectionable. Did you expect any different? I watched for years as outlaws thrived on Footfall, and then, at long last, I had a chance to put an end to it. To seize that thug Vladium by the throat. To force Footfall to atone and put the fear of him back into the masses. But you interfered and destroyed my plan for the sake of banal profit. Theodora taught you only too well, it seems. She too was far less concerned with her duty to the Expanse than her own personal interests. But you can be sure that I will not cease cleansing the furibundus system of the pirate Scourge. And if your trade prospects are damaged in the process, you will have only yourself to blame. The priest holds up his hands in a placating gesture. None are without fault, noble Incendia. What point is there in targeting someone for their turpitude when true purity can never be found? Give up this insolent and you will be removed from this planet. You threatened to starve Footfall. I brought them salvation. So which of us serves the Emperor and which their own unhealthy ambitions? Please, I will believe it no sooner than hearing word that half the population of that den of heresy has been sent into the Void's embrace. I have faith that the blessed Bahadur is perceptive enough to see the appalling nature of the residents of that deprived place. Your appearance here is unexpected. The esteemed Hieronymus is my confessor. I am greatly obliged to him for agreeing to accompany me on this journey. May the Emperor's light guide your way across the abyss of human wickedness. See that faith is more than just a word for you. Faith is everything to me. In his name, I have eradicated corruption on 100 worlds and will do so on 1,000 more. By his will, I hunt down pirates and desolate their vile nests. Does the Corda name make any firebrand tremble? Well, sooner or later, I will cast them into the void. I think I've done my fair work on pirates, and I thought I was very dogmatic. I believe you understand me. After all, your ascension was accompanied by the sounds of holy hymns all over the planet. With this song of righteousness on their lips, your subjects walk towards a dark future filled with blood and trials. The funny thing is, the people still call me the foul-tempered tyrant in all this. Caligos' amiable smile somehow resembles the barred teeth of a wild animal. Take it you are not overly fond of Theodora. She was of the same breed as Asp. She stops short, then continues in a lowered voice. Conceited, insolent, unaware of the Emperor's stern gaze set upon her. I do not doubt her wisdom and courage, yet Theodora did not have a shred of humility or fear of his wrath. Imperium, test succeeded. Asp. That must be Aspis. Aspis Corda. You remember the name. From what you recall, she was a rogue trader too, and a renowned one at that. Well, I for one liked Theodora. The stories they told of her travels to nameless stars, and yes, there was no fear in her. Windscale sighs pensively, and his lively expression grows a little grayer. Who is Aspis Chorda to you? Oh, this is Incendia's favorite subject. She just loves talking about Aspis. The example of the contemptible Aspis is a warning to us all. Even among rogue traders, empowered by the Emperor himself, a seed of perversion can blossom. Oh, I failed perception test. That reprobate is my forebear and my curse. Aspis Chorda was a cruel, covetous, blasphemous monster. She fraternized with Xenos and despised the faith. She robbed and slaughtered. She was drawn to dark secrets. One day she boarded her ship and vanished into the depths of the Coronis expanse. She was declared missing, but I know the bloody day will come when we see Aspis Chorda's battle flagship once more. I thank you for this visit. It will not be a long one, I assure you. Kalecgos, thank you for your visit. As a sign of your gratitude, you could return something of mine that has found its way into your pockets. Footfall Station. Sounds familiar? All I ask you to do was help that crafty slug Vladium deal with the threat of famine, not claim my property for yourself. You abandoned Footwall to its faith, and I saved its people from starving to death. Winterscale bares his teeth ominously, a wild spark playing in his eyes. You speak of salvation. You think that now Footfall is safe. Kalecgos' face turns into a grimace of hatred. Then he catches Incendia looking at him and breaks into a sly smile. Oh, to make your protectorate bleed as compensation. But you have spited both myself and Incendia, and it's high time our dear sister curbed her appetites. For this, I forgive you. But do not test my mercy again. It is not my strong suit. Thwarting Incendia Chorda's ambitions deserves a worthy trophy. He snaps his fingers, and the armored brute hands you an exotically adorned rifle, clearly not of human making. It's a trophy from a good hunt. You and I should hunt together sometime, so you can show yourself in action, new blood. Eye of Hackathon. Reverend, destroy this creation of detestable Xenos. Your virtuous task will be completed. Winterscale's expression hardens. So that's how you treat my gifts. Warden, as soon as we leave the palace, collect my property. If the holy man tries so much as to scratch the stock, kill him. A tense silence falls. While Kalecgos and Incendia exchange goading smiles, the eyes of arch-militant and priest bore into each other, their expressions filled with intangible meaning. The former's bestial aggression could not even leave a scratch on the latter's impassible fearlessness. The premonition of imminent bloodshed hangs in the air. Enjoy the evening, I must take my leave. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full. To justify so long a voyage, if nothing else. Keep the faith, Bahada, the Emperor protects. Okay, who else have we got then in, I feel like, this last wing? Oh, we have Cassia. Can you make it so the guests stop walking up to me and asking me to open my third eye? We have more aristocrats. A few more down there. And a few more up there. I feel like most of my crew aren't here. That disappoints me a little bit. I found Heinrichs, Argenta, Cassia, Abelard. I feel like I'm missing one. I think I found Jay. Oh no, I think I found all of them. Okay, never mind. Okay, so let's end the ceremony. I hope your lordship is pleased and not yet tired. If you wish to revive yourself a little, I would suggest proceeding to the courtyard, if I may be so bold. Many guests have chosen to move into the fresh air, and will be eager to offer you their congratulations. Please allow me to escort you, your lordship. I assume that's the end of the, The chambers are ready, your lordship. Why do I feel like something bad's about to happen? Your chambers are ready, my lordship, and so is your assassination! Ah, the Inquisition. Quiet, time to sleep. Ah, nap time.
We have matters to discuss, von Valancius.
No one save Theodora has ever allowed themselves the liberty of looking at you in such a way. The woman behind Kalkazar, clad in black armor, glares at you, her face set in a predatory readiness for immediate violence, the hallmark of a professional bodyguard. Heinrichs, I thought... Oh, that's Heinrichs. Ha! If the Inquisition wishes to have a talk with me, I am glad to be at its service. Something looks like an assassination and smells like an assassination. Perhaps I ought to start treating it like one. Will my servant live?
Probably. Unless he suffered from hidden ailments, he will soon come to without any major damage to his health. Either way, oblivion is a far safer option for him than the dangerous privilege of being a witness to this conversation.
The woman at Kalkazar's back gives you a bloodthirsty smirk. I kind of want to aim my weapon at the intruder a little bit. I'm going to have a go at Heinrichs, though.
We used other means of travel to pay you this visit. I assure you, rogue trader, that all your locks are in order.
Number 3.
Is that what you think? I am fully aware of what I am doing. I am outlining our relationship. Need I remind you that the unsleeping eye of the Imperium is watching you even in your bedchamber? And
Creepy.
not just the eye, but the Imperium's sensitive hands as well. In this case, my assistants and I.
Creepy.
Master Van Kellox has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words. What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus, the battle against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you. Then that is what we will discuss.
After saying these words, he shoots you a searching look from under his brows, like a regicide player who just made the first move and is now watching for his opponent's reaction. Are you referring to my ruined capital?
Yes, yes. The enmity between you is a known fact. But there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and lived. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack, but even this time, their daggers missed your heart. Such remarkable luck. To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos, to have been attacked so many times and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
We're going to simply go for the Lore Imperium.
So you already think you're cut from the same cloth as St. Drusus, do you? Ambitious? I'll make note of it. What drove you to give a planet into the charge of a heretic and a servant of the archenemy?
You have evidence of her guilt. The Inquisition... he stopped talking for some reason. The Inquisition knows that it has been many years since Vistenza Viat fell under the influence of the heretics who insinuated themselves into her entourage, and that she has adopted the blasphemous beliefs whispered to her by the archenemy. For years we have kept a close eye on Vistenza, and we are ready to put an end to her little depravities the moment she crosses the line and becomes a true threat. You knew what was happening, why didn't you intervene yourselves?
I cannot satisfy your curiosity without disclosing information of the utmost secrecy. I will say only this. We had the situation under control. there is a tangled knot of perilous events in progress in the Coronis expanse. Plucking even one thread must be performed with great precision and caution, without any room for error. Because you do not want to know the price of such an error, or what forms it might take.
How did you come to be so remarkably well informed?
Are you surprised? You thought the Inquisition was unaware of the circumstances of your deeds. How often do you find yourself thinking that there are things we shouldn't know about your life?
Often.
It is my job to know everything, and I do it very well.
What do you want to know about?
Keep that in mind.
Kiava Gamma.
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubus Delphim so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
Made every effort and saw to it that every seed of heresy was exterminated.
I hope you are sufficiently thorough. If you are not, you will be called to account.
Have I answered all your questions?
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence that you and you alone then made it out of the trap on Rykad Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voitvia about you?
Well, he's got a few questions,
The
it
very
seems.
existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character. But it won't in this case.
Ah, how sweet of him.
The Inquisition, which I represent, is willing to show extraordinary faith in your person. For the sake of our invaluable partnership, I'm going to ignore any minor liberties that you, esteemed rogue trader, may have afforded yourself or may again in the future. I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did.
Theodora cooperated with you?
And benefited greatly from it. The world's power is not without limit, and neither is the protection it provides. All those mysterious expeditions, dubious experiments, collections of xenotech oddities are dangerous pastimes. It takes more than the Emperor's permission to pursue them without consequences. One must also make sure I am not displeased by it.
Of course, the Inquisition putting themselves up there just slightly below the Emperor. Now that Theodora was concerned about the fate of the dynasty and certain restricting obligations, was it perhaps due to your partnership with her? I cannot deny the possibility that the Lady Theodora may have lamented losing some of the freedom she enjoyed prior to my arrival in the Expanse. Nor will I deny that our partnership began with me exerting a certain amount of influence. However, you are not Lady Theodora. Let us put the difficulties that encumbered our relationship to rest along with her. I do not recommend troubling yourself with affairs of the past, for they have no bearing on your present position. Theodora chose to forget about this particular matter. Follow her example, and your fate will be the better for it. What kind of deal are we talking about?
I make no deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges. I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that when the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away
One
from
way
your
to
own
skirt around
affairs
words.
to heed them. As proof of the seriousness of my hopes for you, I can assign Heinrichs as your escort. He is my best agent, and I would not offer his company to anyone but my most trusted ally.
Sure, Heinrich can stick around.
Then Master Van Kellogg's will remain in place. It puts me at ease to know that there is someone to watch over you.
I consider it an honor to accompany you.
Good.
My favor takes other forms as well. Please accept this gift as a sign of my favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid. The color indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. Scarlet means that you have shed your blood for the good of the Imperium, and therefore, you deserve to have his servants shed their blood for you.
That's what I was just going to expect from the Inquisition. Well, we're obviously going to go dogmatic. Dr. Need, Lord Inquisitor, it would be a greatest honor to swear an oath of loyalty to you and to join the ranks of the Inquisition. I didn't want to do that. It goes against me being a rogue trader, but I am playing dogmatic, so. Your zeal is impressive, Bahada. However, I cannot accept such an oath from you, at least not now. You will be more useful to the Inquisition in your current position than as a member of my coterie. Nevertheless, this is a gift, a sign that your fervor has not gone unnoticed. Should it remain undiminished, one day this blade will be melted down to make your inquisitorial rosette. Such is the tradition of our conclave. Heinrich brings his hand to his own rosette.
Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep, and for your servant to wake up. Until next we meet.
Nap time's over.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened, but not now, I presume. Right now, it would be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, rogue trader.
There you go. We are now helping the Inquisition because, of course, we are dogmatic. It's really, I'm not gonna lie, it's really not what I wanted to choose. No, it's not the way I wanted to go, but except we are dogmatic, so.
The rise of the rogue trader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the Fon Valancius Protectorate. For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal. The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly. For none knew what fate might await them.
We going into a fight. That looked like Drukhari ships. Are they back? I hope so. Go into a fight. Been too much talking. Oh no, I'm back on the planet. You have spent the first few hours of your morning listening to the High Factotum's lengthy report on the latest trade exchanges, arrangements, disputes, and countless bureaucratic procedures. From outside the illuminated, tightly closed windows, you can hear the muffled sounds of Dargonus and its everyday life. The life that has been passing you by lately. And you have been preoccupied with the affairs of your protectorate from dawn till dusk. Dementia barely contains a yawn. Once Janritz Damrock has finished, she pulls out her data slate. Thank you for your report, High Factotum. Your work is highly appreciated, both by everyone here and the Adeptus Administratum. Your Lordship, we are almost done here. We just need to go over the final items on today's agenda that I would like to report to you personally. Truly, the God Emperor has blessed me with diligent subjects. Allow me to pass on gifts from your loyal subjects, the high nobility of Dargonus. Goes without saying that every living soul in your protectorate is blessed to serve your lordship faithfully and wholeheartedly. However, this humble gesture is meant as a token of deepest appreciation of your magnanimity towards their esteemed families. We got random provisions. House Rosarian made arrangements for the delivery of several tons of supplies for your future journeys. The house is also transferring a regiment of its finest into your personal charge. Each of these brave troopers has undergone rigorous Voidfarer training and will be humbled to lay down their life for you, Lord Captain. Please command them as you see fit. I really want to see. I want to see them in action. House Kaprak has sent shuttles carrying sacred technology and manufactured parts that can be used to replace old joints and connections within mechanisms. The machine spirits of these devices have been pacified. They are slumbering peacefully as they await your decision on how to employ their capabilities. Basically got loads of Mechanicus creations. Lord Captain, news of particular import has come from the House's intelligence network. Lord Inquisitor Kalkazar is rumored to be planning a visit to Footfall. A number of Imperial Navy ships were commandeered by Lord Kalkazar, and they are also being scrambled to Footfall. Furthermore, we have received reports claiming that the secret messages were delivered to the capital worlds of House Corda and Winterscale. It is possible that the Lord Inquisitor's call to arms may smother the conflict that is brewing between the two dynasties. We are seeing an increasing number of skirmishes between their ships in neutral systems. I do not doubt that Her Ladyship Corda will attempt to sway the Lord Inquisitor to her side, especially since his lordship Winterscale's luck seems to be running out. Riots have broken out on several of his worlds, and yet he has shown no intention of quelling them. Instead, the rogue trader inflicted brutal punishment upon one of his oldest colonies, Vesuvia Secundus, based on allegations of seditious sentiment. Oddly enough, our agents were unable to find any proof of sedition among the populace there. As soon as we have any updates, you will be the first to know, your lordship. Lastly, Secretary Scalander has articulated his desire to meet you in private. For security reasons, he has resolved not to inform me of the exact reasons behind this request. The Secretary is waiting at the doors to your room. He asks that you speak with him at your earliest convenience. Apparently this matter concerns the security of the entire Protectorate. And with that, please allow me and Master Damrock to take our leave. Perhaps that last request will serve as a welcome distraction. Indeed, your lordship's stay on Dargonus has been rather long. However, your Protectorate is now enjoying a period of relative stability that, for the time being, no longer demands your lordship's personal involvement in its affairs. Glory to the rogue trader. Okay, let's get my spy in, and let's see what information we can glean. Yep, switch. Oh, or not switch. Antique piece of furniture, obviously well cared for, looking glorious. He said he was out here, right? Wait, where is he? Soon as all captain's servants obtain information in the room. I thought they said he was just outside. He hasn't died in the bedchamber, is he? I mean, that would be odd. No, he hasn't snuck his way in here. Is he out on the balcony? Just double check. No, he hasn't snuck his way out here. Okay. Where is the guy? Oh. There he is. Ah, your lordship. Might I ask for a few precious moments of your time? Critical information has come to my attention. However, please let us first proceed to your study lest we be overheard. They could have just sent him in. If I may, I will get right to the point. After the attack on Dargonus, I focused my efforts on trying to discover how the Xenos were able to launch that devastating raid. According to my findings, the enemies of humanity received assistance from a hidden cell of conspirators. My agents spent a great deal of time tracking and interrogating influences on Dargonus and other Von Valencia's colonies. The results surprised me, to say the least. Your former Master of Whispers, Conrad Voigtgear, now we know how he's been able to dodge our spies time and time again. He has the technology of enemies of humanity on his side, vile traitor. My agents ascertained the location of the base where Voigtgear has been meeting with Xenos in secret. A station in the system of the 100 Dreams Crossroads. The station is allegedly out of commission, abandoned some time ago. That plays into our hands. It is an excellent place to set up an ambush and strike where they least expect it. It has only been 3 turns since the attack. How are your wounds? Since the Xenos attack, I have been working relentlessly to follow their cold trail. I have had no time for rest, but my body is functional. Its condition is beneath your lordship's notice. It is hardly surprising, his connection to cultists has already been established. He is to blame for the death of her ladyship, Theodora von Valencius, and he came close to taking your life as well. Another betrayal of the Imperium, this time fraternizing with Xenos. Although such crimes must come as easy to him as getting up in the morning. We are heading out at once. I will go with your lordship, for my investigation into this matter has only just commenced. We have got news. We have to go to the... We have to go... Okay, yeah, no, nothing else is really happening too much. Let's see if there's anybody else to quickly speak to. See if we can get any events underway. Oh, we've got Cass over here. No. Probably not. We have... Oh, we got some Mechanicus over here. Organic Tech Breach, Organic Tech Breach. Oh, Pascal, how you doing? Anything from you? Nope. Heinrichs. Anything from you? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, okay, I would say that there's probably not a lot to talk about at this point. Let us get out of here then. Just random bunches of nobles and servants and everybody else. For the outside. Let's potentially hope there's not a riot on the go. I mean, everyone did say everyone was peaceful. Everyone was happy under the ministrations. Let's see what's going on. Let's get back into the void and let's start doing some fun stuff like blowing up Xenos. All of this administratorium work, it's just mind-buggeringly boring. Of course, we do have that level to go up. I will do that shortly. Or at some point shortly-ish, I'm not quite sure. Pratt. Yeah, no one really of any interest. A couple of tech priests, a couple of wardens. An overseer. Let's keep getting out of here. A couple of wardens. Turn to the ship, to the void ship bridge. Long live the rogue trader. I am really hoping that, so if we end up in any like ship battles and stuff, that obviously so our void crew have been upgraded. Because I hoping that's the whole, you know, we gave you a personal regiment of our own soldiers thing. Trying to basically say that the help will be slightly more helpful. And I'm also hoping that they actually look just like 10 times more badass, because that's what it's all about, really. You know, they don't just look like your standard voidsman, like these guys, which is your standard looking voidsman. Are they really just still gonna have this one servitor arrangement thing going on? Hey Abe, anything to say?
Lord Captain.
So next time, Seneschal.
Lord Captain.
Okay, now Heinrichs was apparently saying that we should have a conversation. Where is he? Here he is.
Let me preempt your question. You want to talk about what happened after the Magna Excessia?
Still waiting for an explanation.
An explanation? Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar deemed it necessary, after observing the new rogue trader von Valancius in a social setting, to have a private conversation with you. The lack of warning is used to dispose the subject towards a more direct conversation and less prepared answers. You emerged whole and unscathed from the encounter. Trust me, that counts as more than a happy ending to a conversation with my mentor. And you have been given a gift. An official demonstration. We will not discuss this again. As I see it, the Lord Captain would do better to focus on his immediate duty.
Alright. Goodbye. I feel like I've just been put back in my place. And we were, however, he is right, we were given some gifts. And, can we find... Oh, what is this? Immaculate Servo Skull. The Servo Skull is designed to spread the glory and splendor of its mighty owner.
I'll pass.
Valiant Commissar's Skull. Herald Servo Skull. Can somebody else equip it? If I said like Abe. Abe's glorious. Can he have it? No. Well, that one's... That's a Herald Servo Skull. That one's... Let's equip that one for a while. See what that looks like. Anyway, no, I did have... Ah, here we are. 25 Persuasion and the Inquisitor's Decree ability that can be used once per combat. What's the Inquisitor's Decree? The Signet of the Inquisition grants great powers. Momentum is increased by +30. Burning, bleeding, and toxin effects are removed from all allies. All allies, including the Signet's wearer, gain wearer's persuasion divided by 7. I'm sure we're very persuasive, aren't we? Where is my persuasion? 47. Glorious. And my persuasion divided by 10% armor until the end of combat. Well then. Persuasion, you say? You're on 105. And it can be equipped by these people. You're on 138. And many they receive a stacking +5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. We're gonna go for Scarlet Ring, I think. You know, we do kill quite a lot of people sometimes. Now, we'll go for the Scarlet Ring. Persuasion of +163. Not bad at all. And we were also given an Inquisitorial Dagger, I believe. This is probably it. Interrogator's Dagger. Ah, it's not actually that great. We have a Power Maul. Power Sword, although I think we do have better than that. We just about do. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else that particularly jumps out. I mean, although we are going to... We're missing an item here, so let's go and have... Immediately gains +4 MP and +4 AP for their next turn. The MP and AP are reduced by -2. Movement points by +6 and grants 2 charges of the slash ability, yet reduces weapon and ballistic skill. Then goes a +10 bonus to strength, toughness, and agility. Inflicts a -10 penalty to intelligence, perception, and willpower. We'll go for that one. Weapon skill, ballistic skill, and perception are -15. No, that's quite good as well. Basically trying to get more movement. We can do better than a force grenade, I think. Go for a crack grenade. There you are. And then let's quickly do this level. Let's put all this up as well. And so what do we have? Choose a skill, you say. What skills do we have? Now, of course, athletics is our big one. Wow, we're actually doing really well on demolition. That's nice. Now, I think awareness is what I'm potentially going to go for, because, you know, with all these conversations we're having, that one seems to be the one that comes up. Because it's these moments on my own where I have to kind of do things. So I think I'm going to go for awareness for me. Oh, 2 ranks on this guy. Of course, we're going to go down to his glorious skills. I think we just made him a pyromancer as well. So what have we got? When a psychic power used by the psychic deals damage, a random enemy within 2 cells from the initial target suffers half this damage. Psychic's critical hit chance increases by 1% until the end of combat every time the psychic deals damage by any means. And as additional armor against energy damage from las melter and plasma weapons. So that's not bad. When the psychic uses psychic power, all enemies adjacent to the psychic suffer 20 direct damage. Every time the Psychic kills or scores a critical hit against 8 creatures in one combat, the Psychic is... Wow. Enemy suffers damage from the Psychic. That enemy's armor is reduced by -5%. Oh, nice. We can start getting rid of armor. Sparks of the Greater Flame. Let's melt armor. Go next. And we will give ourselves... Can't do toughness or willpower, you say. Agility. That'll help initiative. And then our skills are... I mean, we're kind of going Lord Xenos is the big one by the looks of it, which we can't do. And so then we shall push up. Not really going to become the second of anything. We'll go for Carouse. Slightly increase that skill. And so then the skill we'll put up. We can't do Ballistical Fellowship. And still, won't be weapon. I think we're okay for toughness for now, so I'm going to go agility again. Let's increase the initiative order, and you can. You can. So commerce is doing pretty well. Law Imperium, wow, that's ridiculous. We'll go for commerce. Can we do a commerce? We can do a commerce. Not gonna be intelligence, I'll tell you that much. Strength? Yeah, some strength. Weapon skill. Weapon skill's okay. Toughness is okay with the amount of points we've got. I mean, agility could also actually be a shout as well. Strength is halfway there. So is, well, agility's kind of. I'm gonna go for strength. Increase the melee attacks, and so we can't use logic, so we'll have tech use. Keep specializing our people. And so then once again, so we have in a backwards order. I don't think we need to put it into persuasion. Commerce is quite good. Coercion, quite possibly. Or Imperium is outdone by J massively. Coercion. It's also outdone by J, but this is not a bad backup. Oh, awareness. She does actually win on awareness. Go that one. Oh, no perception, no willpower. So let's go, well, I suppose fellowship, really, isn't it? It won't be weapon skill or ballistic skill. Toughness, let's not worry about that because our health isn't actually done off toughness anymore. And so intelligence or fellowship, I guess we'll go fellowship. Then Argenta. Agility, strength, or willpower. I kind of want to slowly increase her strength so we can go ahead and eventually get some potential power armor. I am actually going to go and say strength. And yeah, not really doing much on any other skill. I suppose awareness. And then Abe hidden in the corner. He is going to go ahead and grab. Can't be weapon skill. Could be some strength. Let's potentially go and grab some strength or toughness. Let's go strength. And then, yes, Carouse is his big skill. And so after that... Oh, Medikai? Go and put that up. Okay, that was a nice quick leveling. I like that. Let's pop to the Coronis Expanse. Remind myself of what I'm doing. I think the only mission I've got is to go to the crossroads. Let's go to the map. Travel to the 100 Dreams crossroads. Wait for news. Maybe I can go talk to Nemos soon as well. I'm also hoping that now that he is, should we say, active, my augers might also be able to pierce this, which would be quite good. But I need to go to the Dreamer's Crossroads. 100 Dreams Crossroads. Oh, that's nice. It's a nice, safe bit of warp travel. One step away. Fantastic. That was easy. If by any chance there's some... hello. We've arrived. According to my agents, this is the system where Conrad Voigtgear and his pet pirates do business with the enemies of humanity. The augurs detect no vital signs on the station, which means the next deal has not yet been negotiated. We still have time to prepare a proper welcome. Under the Void Station. Oh, hang on. Let's repair my ship. We will, of course, take the usual suspects. I think he's a little bit stuck. Oh, whoops, I paused. Oh, hello. Saluted when I'd moved. Your Lordship, my agents report that Cameron Voidgear and his pet Xenos will soon arrive. We have roughly an hour to inspect the station and set up the ambush. That's of course you prefer to face the conspirators head on. Whatever course of action you choose, we should depressurize all compartments except for the main one. That way the conspirators will have no choice but to try and restore the station systems using the main cogitator, and that is where we will engage them. Am I the only one who thinks there's something off about this place? It's too easy. Everything's coming together too nicely. When have we ever been so lucky? Hey Dari, what exactly is it you are doubting? The credibility of the subjects of the Golden Throne or the Lord Captain's decisions? Take some time to carefully consider your answer. How did your agents discover this place? Rogue traders have their secrets to success, the Inquisition has its own. Your colors are so mottled, tattered, and feverish, Master Scalander. I have not noticed such turmoil in your soul before. I'm sorry to have made you needlessly worry about me. Discerning the traitor's plans and preparing a place to capture him cost me a great deal. We have 2 enforcer squads and your personal retinue. We should look for well-concealed or safely protected places that could fit enough of our people. The station may offer other opportunities that might help us capture the enemy. My agents did not have time to draw up a map of the main compartment. The cogitator must be somewhere nearby, perhaps in one of the adjacent chambers. I understand. I remain by the entrance and stand guard in case Comrade and the Xenos arrive earlier than anticipated. Once you've completed the inspection, please make sure to depressurize the other compartments. Your Lordship, and may the God Emperor help you. Greetings, Lord Captain. Greetings indeed.
My thoughts keep turning to the Magna Excessio. It was a rather dignified affair, all in all. Except, the Master of Ceremonies complained that he could not remember the end of the night.
I saw him after the Lord Captain retired to his chambers. The poor man was clutching his head and was clearly a little out of sorts. As to the reason why, I have no idea.
Okay, so we got a Voidsman at arm with a chainsword behind there, and we got some of our Voidsmen behind there. Oh, got a bit of prayer going on.
Follow my lead.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, we got some goods, which apparently I can't pick up. Tech use.
Operation
Maintenance ritual. They could serve as our allies in the fight against the traitors. Store controls have been hijacked by the rogue traders' technomats. Do what now? The weapons are ready to fire. Oh, okay. Part of the escort group has prepared an ambush at the center of the void station. The rogue trade and force have used the spirit supplies to place tripwires. Now, I'm pretty sure this opens up.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Well, I think that's all of us. Was there something back there then? No. I think that's all of us. Let's go just depressurize. Main system. We have a confessor on the go. All the void station sections except the main one have been depressurized. The chant of sacred mechanisms contains an error, detecting evidence of tampering. Dum dum dum! The ambush is turning into an ambush against us. gasp, sucking in the poisoned air, each breath scorching your insides with liquid fire from throat to lungs. Every cell in your body is engulfed in maddening pain, as if you are being doused in molten metal. Skinned alive and subjected to yet another form of torture. You hear sounds coming from somewhere far away, the moans of your people, the shuffling of bare feet, and the light footsteps slowly getting closer. Ah, why hello. Rogue Trader, a long-awaited meeting indeed. You can barely see anything through the haze of agony, but you still remember the voice well. The voice of the Xenos who devastated your capital world. Marazai's face is hidden behind a helmet, but his tone leaves no room for doubt. He is smirking. You have proven quite useful, Monkey, an uncanny quality for your kind. He is speaking to Achilles, who is lying nearby, his pale face contorted in terror and pain, and his eyes wide and open and fearful. I may find other uses for you in the future. Servo drives wide under the tech priest's scarlet robe in a dogged but fruitless attempt to lift his body. The inferior flesh has betrayed me. You must have punished it poorly, Iron Monkey. No matter, as a captive, you will learn how to apply the art of torture and make it fear the very thought of betrayal. May the God Emperor guide my hand. You disappoint me, Monkey. I have heard the pleas of millions and the curses of billions. You can do better. His last words fill your head like the deafening echo of a ship's siren. The gas creeps deep into your lungs, eating away at them hungrily. As the agony spreads down your every limb, you are suffocating. Are you enjoying the sensation? I had this poison made for you. Who could have thought that a Monkey would one day earn such an honor? A special gift from a Drakon. But you're suffering. I knew the taste would be exquisite were I to add a touch of the Drukhari's talent for extracting anguish. However, there will be a time for that later. No matter how I wish to play with you all one after another, I need you for a purpose, Rogue Trader. Gamora awaits you, all of you. Mandrakes, take them. Leave none behind. Well, we're being kidnapped by Drukhari. Oh, Pascal, how did you not stop that before it happened? You knew something was up with all of the other systems, and yet... Why, hello, Gamora. This is a fun place for a human to be. Your consciousness emerges from an ocean of darkness and nightmares, as if someone's powerful hand reached into its depths and brought you into the light. In the dark room, long and angular shadows move around and exchange remarks. One of the shadows approaches you, ripping apart the veil of pain and revealing features that look familiar to you. Whoops, wrong button. You are awake, Monkey. Marazai's voice is sickeningly sweet. He's looking at you with idle interest, rolling a soft and milky-colored object from one hand to the other. Our toxin masters spared no efforts to drag you out of the induced dream. I must commend the Nightmare Weavers. The emanations of fear you exuded in your delirium are worthy of the highest praise. However, it is time to finish what you were brought here for. It is time to work for the good of the Cabal, Rogue Trader. What do you want from me? Only the truth. So very simple, is it not? A little honestly before the powers that be. I have the tools to extract the most coveted mysteries from the deepest recesses of your mind, but I am not interested in your personal secrets. I only want that which will protect my Cabal. Where are the others? I do not know, Rogue Trader. Perhaps they are exuding suffering in one of the other choirs of pain and torment. Perhaps they are rotting in one of the vats on the tiers below. I care little for their fate. Burn in the Emperor's scorching light, you filthy Xenos. It looks like you have acquired a taste for pain. Have it your way. Resist the inevitable and know a new facet of suffering. Drukhari gestures to one of the shadows near you, and your head is forced backwards. Marazai brings the hand holding the strange object closer. You manage to make out translucent glossy skin, bluish pulsating organs beneath, and a little head with a serrated jaws. While the Drukhari pushes the larvae into your face. Woo! Face bombed. Karoo's test failed. Damn it. Sensing warmth, the creature springs into motion a moment later. As it blindly pokes at your skin, it discovers your nostrils and rushes forward, stretching the skin and tearing through your mucous membrane. Unbearable pain overwhelms you as the larva begins to force its way through the soft tissue and cartilage, each of its movements causing a crunching noise to reverberate through your skull. The creature greedily bites into flesh and moves ever upwards past the bridge of your nose, past your eyes, and then something alien invades your consciousness. Darkness clouds your eyes, but the sensation of an alien presence does not relent. This is not a conscious mind, but something primitive yet unbelievably strong in its unknowable pursuit. It is crawling around in your thoughts, scratching them with its sides and changing their shape. Perhaps all this is just a bad dream, a quirk of the intellect exhausted by endless troubles, a calumny of a mind too weak for the burden it was made to carry. A stray light dawns at the edge of your perception. Oh wow. This looks
You have
human.
disappointed us, rogue trader von Valancius.
None of this is real. You received an aspect message from Dargonis. Achilles Calanda reports Xenos raid against a merchant ship in... Yes, those opposed this threat. The Eldari, humanity's ancient and insidious foe. Achilles Calanda. How is it that you were the only soul who managed to escape the trap on Rykard Minoris? How much truth is there to the rumors?
A new challenge for me.
Can't go down into that lovely pool of blood.
You are accused of consorting with Xenos, betraying the Imperium, and neglecting the interests of humankind.
Pulsating strands stretch from under Cassia's headpiece, one wrapping around her neck while the others drain her lifeblood through her weeping eyes. Lovely. Bo Weston's limbs were amputated and then sewn back onto his body with remarkable skill and precision using human tendons. Pascal's automatic was separated but not extracted from his body. The places where the connections in organic tissues teamed with... Lovely. All of the Cold Trader's bones were broken and her metal arm was ripped from the sockets. The exposed area of Argenta's skin is mottled with an intricate pattern of scarlet blisters. Oh, hey,
The
Theodora.
tribunal is waiting for your explanations. Come closer.
Do I feel like the Inquisitor's going to be up there? No, not really. And here comes our principal witness, the rogue trader himself. The presented evidence was not enough to convince you. His testimony will conclude this confusing case, full of oath-breaking lies and heresy. You dragged this boy into this trial and now expect someone will lend an ear to a lowly heretic's testimony. I thought better of you, Interrogator Van Collox. I was so very wrong. Enough, let him speak. The sooner this business is concluded, the better. Then let us continue. Shielded by the powers of the warrant of trade granted by the Imperium, Theodora von Valancius more than once allowed herself to openly collaborate with Xenos. She plunged her entire protectorate into apostasy and heresy, including the current rogue trader, and went out of her way to prevent the Inquisition and me personally from maintaining order inside the Expanse. Does the rogue trader admit to fraternizing with Xenos? You served the Xenos, you rejected his light, you reveled in your heretical desires and craved base profit. Serving them as a puppet and rejecting the God Emperor's blessed light for the sake of his heretical desires and base profits. I have a 40% chance. Yes, you try to recall anything at all, but your thoughts keep swirling like a turbulent maelstrom in your head, and searing pain grips your temples. I did not serve the Xenos. How dare you say such lies? Heinrich bends over you with a crooked smile. Rogue trader, are you all right? Or was your heretical association with Xenos so disruptive that you lost your mind? The Inquisitor leans forward slightly. At the sight of your anguish for a brief moment, the boredom in his eyes is gone. It was amusing, but the joke has outstayed its welcome. It is painfully obvious that this heretic is dancing to your tune, his word against mine. You had lost before you even unsheathed your blade, Heinrichs. You need not worry, dear Lord Captain. It was not my intention to bring up unsupported claims. Ah, damn it, I have to submit the illusion. The interrogator gives the data slate a sour look and puts it away. There was not much evidence to collect, but the mere fact the rogue trader inevitably ended up in the right place when the Drukhari attacked his worlds and merchant vessels, even sometimes late, is the best proof that he was collaborating with other Xenos. Who else could provide detailed information about the Cabal's future movements and raiding targets? No. I mean, I'm dogmatic. Can't that be useful for something? Cooperation is a double-edged sword. Sometimes you use your partner and sometimes your partner uses you. Which is what happened to the rogue trader. Lady Theodora used him to undermine the standing of the Imperium in the Expanse. At this point, the Tribunal probably wants to know what the true intentions of the Von Valancius dynasty are. The rogue trader claims he has been waging war against the Drukhari this entire time, except, was there really a war, or was it another carefully staged performance? Allow me to explain what actually happened, Baharda von Valancius. Personally invited the Drukhari to his worlds, and then used their strength and resources to sow chaos in the Expanse to gain leverage over his rivals. It is very convenient to play the victim while working with those who rob your neighbors, blind, and terrify the worlds that pay you tribute. How much did you profit from this, rogue trader? Did you think I would not uncover your pathetic conspiracy? Willpower. 40% chance. Should have put up my willpower. Damn it! Your pathetic attempts to paint me as a heretic are as blunted rapier, tedious and useless. A witness to your atrocities arrived alongside the rogue trader. I want the court and everyone in attendance to know that everything Interrogator Van Kolok said is true. We did collaborate with the Drukhari. We were apprised of the upcoming raids and knew which colony had the sword hanging over it in critical moments. We surrendered Phoebo 6 to the depredations of the Xenos on the rogue trader's orders so the Drukhari would not have any unnecessary suspicions about our continuing success. We let them attack the capital world for the same reason, hoping to cut off the Dracon's head, but we failed. Dracon was too swift and too cunning. The court has been presented with enough evidence, and I hope no one is harboring any doubts as to the guilt of the Von Valancius dynasty. But let us allow the rogue trader to say his final words. We are curious to know what you have gleaned from this inquiry. I'm starting to make sense of what is going on here. You don't need to understand, monkey. You have done what was required of you. Now muster your strength. We still have a fun enough. Damn it, I wish I passed both willpower tests. Oh, no, I thought there was someone about to come and save me, but it ain't gonna be that person, I'll tell you that much. Oh, maybe them? They look like... Oh, no. He looks like he's ready for a good fight. Who is flipping Two-Face on the throne? After the spell is lifted, staggering pain pierces your body. Darkness clouds your vision and nausea creeps up your throat, but the wounds you manage to forget soon remind you that you are still alive. Archon Nazrakai. The weakness of your subjects is an insult to the Council of Archons and the Supreme Overlord of Komorra himself, Eomaris. The commanding, inhuman voice tears you from the vice of agony, and you see an unknown Drukhari in the center of the chamber whose presence alone causes your insides to clench. Instead of fighting and ripping what they are owed from the Destiny's hands by force, they dare to crawl into the Dark Palace begging for favors. 0% chance? Okay then. One half of his face is hidden behind a golden mask with an intimidating visage. The other half is showing a malicious, sharp-toothed leer. Xenos' elaborate armor is decorated with skulls and patches of human skin impaled on countless blades and hooks. He carries himself with authority and ease, as though he is the ruler who holds the thread of fate to all those tightly in his grasp. I assume failed? Yep. Smug grin has fled Marazai's face. He clutches the hilt of his blade and casts a vicious look at the female Drukhari in sumptuous armor. Calais remains indifferent to what is going on, as it is... Oh. It as though he does not notice the terrifying decor of the hall, or the wounds of his tortured body, or the enemies surrounding you. His clouded gaze seeks out Marazai over, and failing to find any response there, it roves from one face to another. With the greatest respect, mighty Nazrakai, Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, first among the chosen, voice of the Overlord of the Dark City, bringer of demise, conqueror of blah 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 blah. The Council of Archons has heard enough platitudes, Drakon Marazai, and no longer wishes to... Interruption. Fly intrigues, ruthless chilled, jagged eyes, turns lips and tongues and something. Of vitriol, rebase, and the cut and thrust. Keep time with fate's own machinations grave, but those deft footworks lead to naught but dust, while from its brutal finish none can save. This play the puppet master granted me, through murky stalls a path obligingly. The puppet master has Vect himself invited you to this chamber? No matter, you may be our guest, Arabenian. But you are merely a spectator in this performance, and spectators do not belong on the stage, as you undoubtedly know. Do not interfere. The stranger presses a delicate finger to the lips of his sorrowful mask, and says with a twinkle in his eyes, "A shadow in the shadows will I be." Yeah, the white motley, the hollow suit, the mask hiding its owner's face, and the graceful, subtle movements. Before you stands a Harlequin, another representative of the multifaceted Aldari race. Xenos catches your eye and nods. For a moment, the play of shadows on the mask appear to twist his expression into a mischievous grin. Anything about Vect? Ooh! You have heard many gruesome tales about the atrocities of the Drukhari. The cruelest and vilest always involved as Drubile Vect, the Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, the supreme overlord of Camorra and the most dangerous of all his dark kind. Listen to the conversation. How does the Archon intend to pay for her Cabal's blatant disrespect? I am waiting for your reply, Maurice, and my patience is growing thinner with each breath you take. Marazai's eyes widen. Filled with astonishment and disbelief, he seems to have been certain of the outcome and did not expect what he is hearing now. His lips twist in an enraged snarl, hatred directed at the Xenos on the throne, and yet it finds no outlet under the gazes of the dozen Drukhari in the chamber. I humbly bow before the Council of Archons and apologize for this outburst on the behalf of the Cabal. Allow me to prove my respect to you with a humble gift. Maurice points at you with a clawed finger and flashes a satisfied grin. The Drakon of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest himself, and his amusing monkey plaything, with their entourage of hapless freaks, will enter your arenas and fight the best warriors for the crowd's amusement. A muffled chuckle can be heard. Camorra accepts your gift, Maurice. But what should I do? For Marazai is the first among your blades. Should I cast him out of the palace and condemn to disgrace, or should I be merciful and allow him to leave the chamber on his own? I think I know who will make this difficult decision. A creature whose mewling the Council of Archons was meant to heed. Is this not right, Marazai? You will receive what you have been longing for. It will be the monkey who decides your fate. Marazai's face contorts in despair. His gaze shifts from the Archon to you and then to Imerys and back, but he does not dare to utter an objection. Spit in disgust. The lesser races are disgustingly primitive. The monkey cannot even decide the fate of its enemy, and you were hoping that someone here would lend an ear to its words. Amusing. The arenas of Camorra will devour you and your playthings. Nods in satisfaction and makes an unfamiliar gesture. The guards draw closer to you. Let us return to you, Emeris. Thalicum's laughter interrupts the Archon and echoes under the vaults of the chamber in a resounding baritone. And all the masks upon their marks now stand. The slave of vanity and spire ascends. The thief and traitor cast downward by her hand. Unbeknownst to all, their fate depends upon a lead unseen, a player green. The Harlequin leans forward and eyes you with genuine interest. Is this how you treat the hospitality of the Camorra, Arabenian? The Shadow's wrath hanging up. I thought your words were worth more. You insult me by interrupting the trial again. Zeno sweeps into the theatrical bow without taking his eyes off Nazrakai's face. You, Archon, speak I just rebuke. In truth, fate's melodies and snarls fantastic have entrapped me here, and when I heard them play, I could not keep my lips from grinning wide. Here comes the hour for shadows to retreat, to where the curtain waits to rise. The laugh, with no beginning, now sends forth the call. Oh. Wow, somebody just beat me over the head, basically. See what comes next. Into the arena we go. Wow, whatever he just said. The world's an impenetrable haze of warm pain. You lie motionless. No, you rest in the murky gloom, slowly dissolving into nothingness. Sometimes your response is troubled by unpleasant and persistent tremors coming from the place where your legs used to be. You do your best to ignore them. Away, you vulture, this is not your prey. A vaguely familiar voice reaches you through the curtain of darkness, but your disobedient thoughts refuse to reveal where and when you have heard it before. Was it just recently or 100 lifetimes ago? The trembling coming from your legs is replaced with a violent jerking motion, and then it finally stops. From this phantasmagoria retreat and deftly seize my merchant vagabond. The puppet master's strings left dangling. Again rise up to take your place and dance. A spark ignites in the darkness and its light ruthlessly cuts through the gloom that envelops you. An ugly image of the reality around you assaults your retina. You can feel your body again and realize it is filled with pain. Your shoulder is sore from an injection. Kneel and help me rise. Let your halter a steady crutch become, and vanity its elbow offer up. Oh, 45% chance. Failed. Every single inch of your body is suffering. After coming to his senses at the corpse dump, the Lord Captain discovers that his boots were missing, finding them as a matter of honor. All of your equipment is gone, as are your shoes. You do not even have a knife at hand to fend off enemies or open your veins. Look around. You're surrounded by the dead, numerous corpses, mutilated bodies, and pieces thereof. Humans, Dokari, and other Xenos unfamiliar to you lie motionless in this gruesome mortuary. Look at your rescuer. Your eyes refuse to focus on the blurry figure of the person who came to your aid. He appears to be tall, and your mind emphatically refuses to continue, for every moment of concentration causes you suffering. A dream obscure of death, deliverance, illuminating will and agony. Where am I? Among the shadows in the wings you lie, where taut are pulled the puppet's master's strings. My companions, not here. The roles have been decided now, but if you play your part, perhaps the plot will draw you back together or to doom. This overture in verse, the final lines, the merchant's time to tread the boards has come. Embark you now upon your pilgrimage and take my parting gift, a humble prop. Gift from beyond the grave. Deerant, willpower 20. Overcome this trial in the Emperor's name, and name for your service to him is not yet ended. Damn it! Dogmatic +5 though. Try to utter the words of a prayer. The familiar lines slip away from you one by one, devoured by the murky gloom of your errant thoughts and flashes of pain. Xenos understand the Lord Captain discarded him to the corpse dump, but their torture failed to finish off the rogue trader. Okay, so if we have a quick look, what's come up, because a lot of them you don't see. Being captured imposes certain unfortunate limitations on controlling the Von Valencius Protectorate directly. Until these circumstances are remedied, the rogue trader's duties of maintaining and enriching the dynasty are considered negligible. The Lord Captain has come to a sense atop a mountain of corpses in some dreadful place. He needs to escape this place as soon as possible if he does not want to join them. By collecting rumors and information on his missing companions, the Lord Captain will be able to find them and learn about their fate. Nomos. After coming to his senses at the corpse dump, the Lord Captain discovers his boots were missing. Finding them is a matter of honor. And my boots shall be found. So I'm actually wearing none of my equipment. Gift from beyond the grave, however, going to equip that in my right hand. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a
Victory awaits!
weapon user. Hands off, that corpse is mine. Bow down from here above, you hear them. It is nigh impossible to identify this horrendous spawn dressed in rags as a human being, or rather a genetic anathema descended from human beings. The mutant's hideous appearance is complemented by brutal scars and a partially flayed face. You two make an equally poor impression on the wretched beggar. He sizes you up and rasps. You look like a Groxpat. How are you still breathing with wounds like that? Perception test failed. Woo! I'm in need of help. Really, a gripping tail, and why should I give a crap? Agility minus 10? Failed. I'm sure it's worth it. Sure, but so is your opponent. You both stand still, holding each other at gunpoint. The mutant smiles maliciously. Position is desperate. I need shelter and a healing. I understand. When the going gets tough, you can't afford to be picky. Come with me. Then something in his wrist clicks, and a long blade coated with something foul thrusts out of it. A moment later, the blade sinks into your flesh. You don't feel any pain? Not yet, at least. You merely watch in surprise as a spray of crimson fans through the air. You don't know when your hand seized the beggar's throat. Your fingers clench around it of their own accord. The mutant's eyes go wide and a rattle escapes his reeking mouth. He dies before he can wound you again. You force yourself to release your grip on his crushed larynx. The pain finally reaches you through the veil of adrenaline. The sensation is hardly shocking. What is another wound to you when your body is already suffering from 100 just like it? Hang on, if we look at me, I have several things going on. 100 wounds. You are on the verge of death. Curved and misaligned, making your movements clumsy, and you feel you have most of vision left in it. Your tendons have been carefully cut with thin sharp blade in order to cripple you without completely robbing you of movement ability. 100-fold. Even a slight breeze now causes you severe pain. The moment is impossible to remove trophies from the cargo since communication has been lost. I assume I can still, yes, pack things as cargo. No-go boots. Got it. A beggar's weapon is better than my gift from the beyond.
I did fine.
Nice. I believe I have one trauma. I have a fresh injury. Wait, so I don't... Whoops. I don't have any traumas, right? I have an injury and that's it. Okay.
Done.
Gladiator's healing kit. Stores 20 wounds, removes bleeding, burning, and toxing. Heals 1 fresh injury, or if none, 1 old injury upon a successful Medici test. Character has combat Medici or field medic talents. The amount of restored wounds will be increased by the bonuses provided. Woodgear, he killed your people, tore down your banner, and replaced it with this heretical rag. Hands off,
It's
the corpse
about
is
time.
mine. Take the corpse dump, find health. Help.
Excellence matters.
Multi-key. Hands off, that corpse is mine. Your wounds barely hurt at all and your body feels surprisingly light. That's not good.
I rise to the occasion.
Nice, we get a stim.
Halt! I noticed something.
Is that what we just went and found? Potentially.
I did fine.
I'm gonna assume so, because that's kind of the direction I just came back in. Your wounds barely hurt at all and your body feels surprisingly light. I feel like that's just giving me the same thing, because if I came up the other side, I feel like it's triggered in both directions, basically.
What in the world?
Nothing of use. What's the point? Are these my boots that I'm wearing? Yeah, I think it is. I have refound my boots. Hands off. Whatever the dead have, I take it. If you surrender to the coffin, lie down, it'll be easier to breathe and your lungs will stop burning. No, never!
None shall stand in my way.
There are so many dead. A pleasant voice, the strange device invites you to put your hand in its depths and press the activation button. I'm sure that'll hurt. The enormous eye stares at you through the glowing portal, or rather the portal is the eye of something enormous, and it's more patiently waiting. Hands off, that corpse is mine.
We need to investigate.
Okay. What do we get?
Done.
Another healing kit. Hang on a minute. What was
Follow
up?
my lead!
What was up the other side? I don't like the look of going through that portal, if I'm perfectly honest. You fooled, you have a death wish. That's why they came here, to gut people like us. I'm going to go try and sneak past.
You'll suffer exquisitely.
The hunters, damn butchers.
Excellence matters.
Then, there you go, that now over there. Whom I can
A new challenge for me?
sneak around this way. Yeah, so let's just keep going. Wounds barely hurt at all and your body feels surprisingly light. Back and weapon discharge becomes Theodora's disapproving grumble.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
To the pit. To the pit it is. Alright. Really hoping I can maybe pick up a sword at some point. Oh, what's point? No, it was a gun, wasn't it? He gave me the Drukari's last hope, or whatever he's trying to make me feel about good things. Press any key. You surrender to the coffin, lie down, it'll be easier to breathe and your lungs will stop burning. Yes, but then I probably won't get back up. Oh. Malice's servants, Shriekers. Hi, Malice. The den you found yourself in is filled with the heady smoke and the walls are lined with living shadows. The center of attention is a snake like Xenos. He is engaged in conversation with a pale, harried-looking Drukari and pays you no mind, much like everyone else in here. And I failed a Xenos test. Survey the room. Hey, everyone gathered here is armed. They all bear scars, and some even have fresh wounds. You notice a few humans among the Xenos. They clamor in a mishmash of tongues, and their laughter rings with lunacy and bloodlust. The air is thick with an all-pervading sense of doom. Your trained eye does not fail to notice that virtually everyone in this place is under the influence of some substance or other. The powerful ones at that, it seems you have wound up in a narcotics den. The leader of this gang is a powerfully built, his scaled hide is reinforced with engraved metal in several spots. His long tail curls around at his snake-like head sways gently from side to side. Xenos is enjoying a state of blissful relaxation. His companion, the gaunt Drukari, is looking at him obsequiously. Her entire body is adorned with hundreds of embedded steel beads and thousands of red injector marks. I think that Xenos either fails to notice your presence or is simply ignoring you. Iridescent eyelid membranes slide over his eyes, momentarily shuttering them. No doubt a telling look among his kind. Malice wants you to disappear, pathetic whelp. Step away from the Xenos.
Victory awaits!
What do we have down here in the pit? Don't put anything out of me. Why do I feel like they're harvesting organs? Master, could you spare the last few drops of your stimulant? Please leave me in peace, strong master. I'm not stealing or begging. I'll just sleep here for a bit and be gone. Alright. Something did come up here. Yep, tech use.
I
Try to
won't
fix
tolerate weakness.
the mechanism.
This cannot be.
Uses to obey and tech chance, you know. Okay, well I failed that. Feel there's a 25% round the corner. Let's see how that one goes. Just gonna fail the 65% chance. And the last few drops of examine the 15%.
That didn't go as I'd hoped.
Surprisingly, he is still alive. Okay, yeah, no, so I learned nothing.
Follow my lead.
Okay, no, we can't go down there. Okay, so it seems I've got no hope. Oh, can we have another go? Oh, Lord Xenos.
What in the world?
Okay, so we failed from tech use and from my Lord of Xenos. Shock and horror. And there is definitely nothing else to be done. Well, I guess it's time to go back and have that conversation again.
It's about time.
I require aid. I am wounded. Makes you think I care. No, don't answer. I don't care what makes you think that either. You are Malice, I take it. It turns to you with human futility in its forked tongue tasting. Yeah, I am Malice. You are an inconvenience. Get lost or you'll find out how Malice deals with inconveniences humanling. Diheenus Beast? You thought that would be enough to kill me? You watch in detached surprise as drops of something red spray slowly through the air. Is that your blood? The clawed hand that has sliced open your throat leaves behind a crimson trail. Surprise is the last emotion you feel before your consciousness goes dark for good. Yep. Yep, I thought that was going to happen. Not a surprise. Not a surprise. We'll have to remember that one for if we do a Grim Darkness playthrough. Don't let him cut your throat out.
A new challenge for me?
Okay, well, let's go back to the pit. Let's try this again. Hey, maybe I'll pass the tech use this time. Who knows? at this. Continue. Survey the room. Oh, I failed this time. Observed. Talk. Continue. Step away from Xenos.
This cannot be.
Refuses to obey.
I did fine.
Sense of the irrational design behind this profane mechanism. Get it to work. What did I do? Okay, well I got it to
I'll lay
work, but
claim to the stars.
what did that do? Are you going to be happy I fixed your machine? Sleepy Tupor, induced by the low temperatures, being replaced with the languid ease of an undisciplined leader in his element. The convector is being repaired. Help me? Why should I? The convector's fixed already. What's the point in me helping you? The little strength you had left in your body has run out. You collapse to the floor, and the darkness that nearly extinguishes your mind permanently envelops your vision once more. Through the drumbeat of your heart, you hear Malice's voice from somewhere far away. Fine, patch up the humanling. He's proven to be more useful than the rest of you put together. Alright, we get patched up. Sensation slowly returns to you. Your body is still in pain, but you are no longer on the brink of death. Your wounds have been crudely closed with metal clamps, and your throat is pocketed with injector tracks, as though you have been wearing a neck pillow of needles. The one who rendered the first aid to you was certainly not a qualified chirurgeon, someone who would typically be permitted to minister the person of the illustrious rogue trader. It looks like you're back with us. I don't know whether to offer my congratulations or commiserations. Thank you for your help. I do not want your thanks, humanling. You will earn back every stimulant I spent on you. You see by a strange sense of unreality. It is as if you are still there in the wicked darkness and everything around you is merely a twisted mirage. Doubt seeps into your mind like a poison, sundering its contact with your body. You have to make a deliberate effort to hold onto the thought that you are you. I gained Mind Maggot's agony. A dying parasite in the rogue trader's body that is poisoning his mind with this hallucinogenic toxin. Yeah, what? Is your mind maggot giving you trouble? I saw it latch onto your spinal cord when you were being patched up. A fat, well-fed grub? It was, with lots of teeth. It's dying now. They have a short lifespan, and that means its poison is especially toxic. You'll lose touch with reality from time to time, and when the mind maggot dies, the final dose of poison will make you think your body is not your body at all. And then your heart will just stop beating. I could have pulled that thing out of you, of course, but I thought, why should I? Consider it a guarantee of your gratitude towards me. When you've earned your healing, I'll release you from it. Or you can reject my generous offer and look for help elsewhere. Have you heard about that humanling that's always hanging around the gate to the anatomical opera? Gasping for breath and begging the homunculus to save her. She can't breathe normally, even the way she says her name is funny, J-H-J-J-J-Ra, as if she's about to suffocate. Who are you? I am Malice, and the rubber you see are my shriekers. We are the gladiators, the bleeding meat of the fatal thirst combat arena. We are the beasts who go out there to kill and to die in glorious deaths for the entertainment of the Dark City, and this den is our pleasure ground. Komora, the Dark City, the underside to existence, the realm of the Dukari. You heard it, humanling. Why did you decide to help me? You're a cocky whelp, but feeble like all the members of your race. Your cockiness has not got you killed yet, which means you must be someone important, and you might be useful. It is a kind of translucent slug. It is a parasite that can only be found on this side of reality. Mind maggots feed on your memory, and they inject toxic hallucinations into your mind to stop you resisting. Yukari can train these creatures and use them to show their victims devious mirages. Kill for me, go into the mangled sector and find a freak called the Commissar, one of your kind, and spill his guts for me. Do that and you will earn my favor, and in the chasm that counts for a lot. A prisoner of Zukari who thinks too highly of himself. Instead of dying in the arena without any fuss, he is hiding, gathering other slaves of your race around him and making pathetic plans to get his revenge. And many of your kind are listening to him. See how few humanling shriekers there are? They used to all come to me, but now they listen to the Commissar no longer come. It's an off-putting place. It's the base of the spire in which we live. Gamora is stitched together from scraps of various dimensions, and in the mangled sector, the seams are starting to rip. Space is collapsing in on itself, and entropic radiation is off the scale, spawning all kinds of abominations, and the sector itself is slowly but surely turning into nothing. Some unhinged humanling went there recently. What did they call him? Waisorian? He was old but strong and too loud. His visit probably stirred up all the freaks. He should be more careful and quieter than he was. You'd have to be insane to set foot in a place like that. Insane or an outcast like the Commissar hiding from the hunt, or you. You're going to need a more serious weapon. Prove that you're useful first. Do this and Malice will see that you have decent toys to play with. But not before. In the meantime, you can pick something out of the junk pile. What do you want me to do? The place will kill off 3 times more fighters than the Commissar's crew will. That means I need to send in an assassin. Commissar's fighters know my shriekers, but nobody knows you, and besides, you don't have a choice, which means you'll see it through to the end. Very well, I will kill him. In exchange, I will share my toys with you. They make serving Kamara possible. And if you think of lying to me and running, then you're on the street. Look out for the humanling dressed in red with a cog in his chest and a face full of misery. See how he is dying alone with nobody to help him. Your death will just be the same. Okay, so I've heard about Jay. That was definitely Pascal and Waisarian. I reckon the Commissar is someone as well. Junk pile, junk pile, junk pile. He said I could pick something out of the junk pile.
What in the world?
How are we doing now? So we have a fresh injury. We are perplexed. And we have some toxin going on as well. Turn the fabric of space is sparkling with entropic energy capable of unraveling itself from the threads of matter himself. Gladiator's pile. Yeah, we'll take the axe, most definitely. We'll take some armor. In fact, we'll take it all. What am I doing? Beggar's weapon. Beggar's weapon. Beggar's weapon. Just not the... Oh, no, wait, yeah, of course. We'll take it all. Select all. We can all find use for it somewhere. Medium chainmail. Get some scrap chainmail on. Let's get an axe in hand. Along with... sword. Let's go and get Beggar's weapon in my other hand, just in case. Okay, and that is us equipped for the moment. Malice. And so I can only assume to the streets of the chasm. We go back out the way we came in, he says famously. Where was the way we came in gone? Up this way. Give me a sense of unreality rolls in the breaking connection between body and mind. Of course, we are toxined
Follow my lead!
by a good old worm wriggling around my spine. As you do. As you do. Right, so let's see if we can go find our entourage. We heard something about Pascal. We've heard about Abelard, who's gone into where we have to go. And Jay is near the Opera Gardens or something? Press any key. So when we come out the key, obviously we've been here before. We can go forward and take a left by the looks of it. Oh, of course. We have to get past... Alright, unreality, get the point. Shriekers. Have a quick run round. Shriekers.
None shall stand in my way.
Activate switch. Oh. Cutthroat Dukari. Okay, no, they don't pick a fight with me. Or do they? Flash chest, searing pain, and constantly your skull burst into flames. Alright. Tech use. Let's not activate the switch. Let's see if we can portal to the arena.
It's about time.
Have a like ranger. Yes, my own reality rolls in, breaking connection with mind and body. I get that. Tech use, some more goods that are locked. Okay, we can't quite get up there. I could find Pascal. I could not only do all these tech uses, I could get into these chests as well. The anatomical opera.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Yes. Unreality rolling in. I get it. Activate the switch. Goods. Oh, literally just goods. It doesn't tell me where it goes, but it says it goes somewhere. Make the tech switch. Do a quick save. Rack, how you doing? Not this way, meat.
Victory awaits!
Or it doesn't. He won't let me go to the anatomical opera, which I'm sure is said where... That was where Jay was. Sure I haven't missed. Okay, then let's go through this portal and
weakness.
see where we end up. We have... Okay, so that portal simply kicks me out down here. More cargo. Ugly beggars, ugly beggars. Some more cargo. Lift to the mangled sector. I mean... Reunion. Find Pascal's in the streets of Komorra. Save Abelard from the mangled sector. Find Jay. Oh, he's dead. I mean, he did say that... Yes, unreality. Searing pain, horrible thoughts. Got it. Locked goods. I mean, I assume these are the streets of Komorra.
None shall stand in my way.
But where is Pascal hiding himself? Because he would truly be a great addition to my entourage right now. Because this is... the way back to the den, right? Map. No, I'm in the chasm. Although I suppose that maybe counts as the streets of Gomorrah? I have no idea. Okay, well I'm gonna go for him not being around here because I figure I should have found him by now. So let's simply keep coming this way, and then let's potentially take this lift. Lift to the mangled sector. Anatomical opera. That was apparently where Jay was, but that dude said I wasn't allowed to go down there. Unless I literally shoot him in the face, which will probably end badly for me. We weren't getting down there, basically. I mean, you know, he was so fierce that he had a name. And if someone comes with a name, you know they're important. Checking my mind for misconnection. Yes, 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 yes. You see anything on our map? No, we are in the mangled sector.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
We'll hunt again. Camera into nothingness.
Done.
Leap across that. Oh, hello, Abelard. There's your loyal seneschal, Abelard Viserion. In this pitiful, hunchbacked figure, his officers bearing, his broad shoulders, his erect and piercing gaze, all gone without a trace. What you see before you is a decrepit, quivering old man rummaging through melodious refuge and mumbling under his breath. Takes you a second to make sense of his hoarse lisp. Quatharina, love, white amasec and fruits, of course, love. The children are making mischief again. Quatharina, where are you? Seneschal, this is your Lord Captain speaking. Oh, Quatharina. The drive stems are at it again. Another council session, another appeal to the Logtums. They will never be satisfied, love, until they make us and our children disappear. Perhaps you should just give in. You always say that Argonus is not your home, love. Would you like that, love? Would you rather leave it all behind, go somewhere far away from our toils? Coercion, 20%. Persuasion, 17%. At least one of the following is require. Saint's blood, Lord Captain, you're alive. Thank the God Emperor, death has not found you yet. Then again, given the circumstances, it may be for the worst. What happened to you? That thrice-blasted Xeno simply chucked me aside like a piece of rubbish. I went to look for you or for help, and they ended up here. This is where it found me, that thing. Memory fails me. All I can remember is bits and pieces and needles. It pumped something out of me and it pumped something in. I seem to be in one piece except that creature. How should I put this? Its needles siphoned the strength out of me. I feel older by a decade or two. My word, I think I am older. That could be why I started seeing things. I never thought I'd live long enough to be senile. Who is my late wife, Lord Captain. I think in time I wandered around here, my sanity may have suffered. It appears my mind can no longer stomach the kind of horrors this place has to offer. I saw her by my side. I saw her a different time. We will find and restore your time to you. Your seneschal will not be so easily broken. I could just use a brief respite. What was the thing that attacked you? Spawn of nightmares. So ghastly, my mind refuses to picture a clear image of it. Nothing but meat, metal, and many, many needles. It feasted on me, feasted on my very soul. It would have devoured me whole if it hadn't gorged itself on another before me. Where are the others? I've not the faintest idea. All I can say is, if I have managed to survive down here, the others stand a chance too. It's time to move, Abelard. Very nice. Abelard has rejoined. What has he got? Oh, he carries nothing. I mean, his picture at least has a sword with him. Let's give him his two-handed sword. Let's give him his black armor. In that case, black armor's slightly better than what I've got on as well. Let's give me that. Let's go back to this guy. Let's give him a medical kit. And we have an auto gun. We have a sniper rifle. We have a shotgun. I'm going to go and equip me with a shotgun as well. All right, and then let's keep going forward. Looking at the revolting puddle of ichor that reeks of suffering, you can barely make out what remains of the body.
Follow my lead.
Oh, whoops. Let's have both of you, please. Abelard's health and vigor and aged him several decades. Demolition, 60%. Don't have any melter charges. Alright, well, I've got Abelard. There are now two of us, which makes me slightly happier. Put down a quick save now. I do have two of us.
I won't tolerate weakness.
The Streets of the Chasm. Does that count as the Streets of Camorra? Whoever tried settling this fireplace, their fortunates did not carry. Give me a sense of my mind leaving me. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. Oh, look, it's a giant, hideous place. Who would have thought? Well, there you go. A giant, hideous place.
It's about time.
Who would have thought? You know, it is pretty much the realm of nightmares. Return Argenta to your squad. Rogue Trader, the God Emperor did not forsake his chosen one. I prayed that our paths would cross once more. Sister Argenta, thanks be to the God Emperor, you are here, and you look as prepared for new trials as ever. Master Wasarian, a loyal seneschal, never abandons his Lord Captain, does he? I'm just glad to see you alive. Your arrival is timely indeed. With the Emperor's chosen on our side, we can come out of hiding and exact vengeance upon the enemies of humanity. But I shouldn't take up your time. Speak instead to the Commissar, the one who leads these valiant souls. He will tell you everything you need to know. An old servant of the Emperor who has not lost the will to fight even in this impenetrable gloom. He has mustered a resistance, everyone who can hold a weapon and refuses to accept the fate of a toy in the clutches of vile Xenos. The dwellers of these dungeons are myriad, and most are lacking in soul, courage, or willpower. The Commissar and his associates seek out the true champions of the Imperium among them, and prepare those people for the battle against the Xenos. What happened to you? My memory betrays me. I lost consciousness soon after they dragged us into the shadows. I came to in a filthy arena. They had set some clawed beasts against me. When I slew it, they sent another. I killed them all, one after another, and the unseen spectators demanded more and more. At last, I had an opportunity. One of the beasts I fought damaged the enclosure, and I managed to escape the arena. Should have seen how quickly the scum who whooped and cheered from the stands set off after me. I forged a path with sword and bolter, and wandered for a long time in darkness, and then I wound up here, where a loyal servant of the Emperor found me, and gave me a chance to serve him again. Will you join me? You will join me, will you not? I have served the Resistance for as long as I could. My duty to these people is done. It is high time I rejoined you and pursued my original mission. But first, allow me to offer a final few words of guidance to my flock. Servants of the Emperor, children of humanity, be strong in your resolve and pure in your faith, for our deliverance is at hand. Steel your hearts, for a great trial lies ahead of us all, but the reward for passing it is freedom. Imperial Guard, Zealous Thugs, Misfits, Misfits, Imperial Guards, Misfits, Misfits, some goods. Go and grab all of them. Does she have any equipment whatsoever? No. Let's go and give her some armor. Let's... We don't have a bolter. We do have a pretty good sniper rifle. And I guess maybe an auto gun for now. Suppose that'll have to do. Demolition 100% if I had a melter charge. And then the good old Commissar. Aquila looks somewhat pitiful, but evident diligence and passion went into its creation. Hello, Commissar. Commissar's coat and tall service cap greets you with a sign of the Aquila and a solemn announcement. Another little servant of the throne has found his way to us and these conducted catacombs. Fear not, approach. If you have faith in the Emperor, then you will find only allies here. Make the Aquila the Emperor protects. Indeed, the Emperor protects. Look at the Commissar. One might think that the archetypal Commissar from the Imperial Guard propaganda posters are all life drawings of this man. He has a large and powerful jaw, his eyes are hard and fearless, and a small scar over his brow adds a certain rugged charm to his features. His coat, though worn, has been diligently cleaned and mended, and the skull on his tall cap has been polished to a shine. Who are you? Commissar Iako Sotny, but my brothers and sisters in arms prefer to just call me simply by the Commissar. I was assigned to a regiment of the Zikentian Zouaves, and I fought in the battle for the world of Kemelt Secundus, where I was wounded and taken prisoner whilst unconscious. Having recovered from my wounds, I carry on fighting the wicked Xenos as the head of the local resistance cell which I founded. My valorious comrades and I sabotage the enemy's activities while we devise our plan of escape. Stay fast. Yukai will spot you like fly. How do I know you are real? Commissar. Commissar's duty is to root out cowardice and doubt among his warriors. There are no cowards or dissenters in my troop. Aha! I require medical assistance. You do not look too badly injured, and we are suffering from a severe shortage of medical supplies. Better to save what we have for critical situations. What were the circumstances of your capture? We engaged the enemy on a world of Secundus in the Macane marches of the Calixus sector. The loathsome foes of humanity were known to launch raids in the area, so we received orders to defend the good subjects of the Imperium. When the profaners descended upon us, we gave them no quarter. The enemy was routed, and my unit drove them back to their ships. Our counterattack drove a wedge into their advancing horde and thwarted the invasion, but it also meant that we were cut off on both flanks and surrounded. We fought valiantly for several hours to stop the enemy ranks from reforming for a new onslaught until we depleted our munition reserves. By that time, our superior officers had already fallen, so I led my people in a bayonet charge. We taught the Xenos a lesson in blood, and then I have no memory of how the battle ended. I came to consciousness in this foul place, disarmed and on the verge of death. I thought I'd die, but it was not yet time for the Emperor to release me from his service. What does your resistance do? Our first ongoing objective is to keep bolstering our ranks by seeking out prisoners who haven't yet lost faith and willingness to oppose our nefarious jailers. Our second priority is to arm ourselves and train. I teach my soldiers the basics of guard tactics in order to mold them into a fully fledged assault unit. Most importantly, we gather information and plot our escape, and the day when we pave the road to freedom with the corpses of the detestable Xenos is nigh. Malus sent me here for your head, however I'd have no desire to cause you harm. That scaled miscreant has long since wanted me dead. He craves my soldiers, he forces us from our base to this perilous place, but he will pay for his schemes soon. Once my plan is set in motion, it is a disgrace to serve one such as he. You ought to join our ranks instead. Together we will break out of this accursed city. Some of our own have captured a small Xeno ship that was moored for repairs at a remote unused dock. They eliminated the crew quietly, but left the pilot alive to sail the ship back to real space. We can get to the dock through a dimensional portal located at our old base. Was it Sergeant Vegastus' squad that was tasked with capturing the ship? Did he survive? The Emperor protected him and he did not fail the Emperor. Vegastus is in good health and waiting for us to arrive. Regrettably, Mallet and his Shriekers drove us out and took over the base, so the first order of business was to confront him there. I propose that you take him by surprise and deliver the first strike. We will support the attack from the outside. Logic test failed. Seems improbable that anyone in Komora is prepared for such device to act in the city's prisoners. Who are the people under your command? The Korma unit is composed of prisoners from various Astra Militarum regiments and a number of planetary guards. They formed the assault squad that went on the special operation under Sergeant Vegastes' command. The rest are common people who had the misfortune of being captured by Xenos. Serfs, nobility, administratum clerks, technomats, void workers, monks, anyone who found the courage to take up arms. The only kinds you won't find here are heretics, lawbreakers, and cowards. Trust me, Bajado, these people can be relied upon. In their darkest hour, they found a source of resolve in faith, and each among them is ready to give their life for the righteous cause. Many already have. How have you managed to accomplish so much? Every morsel of intelligence we have acquired and every step of progress we have made was paid for in the blood and pain. The information about the dying cabal that dreads entering the docks of its enemies and instead moors in an abandoned area was forced out of captive Xenos. The knowledge of the portal was bought in exchange for 1/2 of all the weapons we had stockpiled. And taking that ship cost us several lives, each of which was worth more than this whole blasted city. I shall join you. Kill Malice. I have other business to attend to. The Emperor protects. Oh, some more goods. Some more goods. Okay, well I found 2 more down here. I don't have anything to blow up, unfortunately.
A new challenge for me.
Retrieve the safe.
That didn't go as I'd hoped.
No? We've had a look at this. 85% and I failed. What's the point? I failed something in athletics. That's even more shocking. So of course we can jump over there, and then there was some loot all the way back here, but it involved us blowing something up. And so we were unable to get it. Fine. Go back to where we are, and let's go back up a lift. We are up to a squad of 3. Pascal is still somewhere in the streets. And we have heard word on Jay as well. What the? Portal to the Anatomical Opera.
None shall stand in
Let's
my
go there.
way.
I mean, Jay is... supposed to be around here somewhere. I feel like I'm just missing them. How about like Ranger? I mean, one of these isn't Jay, is it? No, doesn't look like Jay. Not this way. Part of me wants to kill him. Ranger, Cutthroat, Dukari.
Follow my lead.
Why don't we try going to the arena? Don't seem to be able to find anybody else just standing around. Let's have a quick save. And then let's go see what's in the arena. Space is sparkling with atomic energy capable of unraveling itself with threads of the theater. Let's not. Now, I don't really want to go try and fight Malice with half a squad. I mean... the other guys must be...
awaits.
They must be around here somewhere. Oh, the warp's still only on 10%. I mean... am I really being special on, like, missing Pascal or something? I feel like he should be here somewhere.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Oh, nice. Unfortunately, a bit more normal cargo. Nothing worth actually picking up.
This task should have been accomplished easily.
Oh. Oh, that did work. I think.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
No, I think it failed. From the words that we heard, I think that was a failure. Okay, I'm having a really good search. Like I said, I feel like we're missing somebody. That's back down to the mangled sector. That was the portal we took to the opera house. Examine the fresh corpse.
Lesson learned.
Inflicted haphazardly as if the killer was driven by pure brutality. Oh. I think I did actually pass that. Beggar does not look as cocky as the last time you met. Armed and not bleeding from 100 wounds, you must be a more formidable sight. How about buying yourself a pair of boots? Surprisingly decent boots. Your boots. Kill him. Beggar refuses to die easily. He is definitely clinging to his life, choking on his own blood. Eventually, his protracted agony reaches its end. Oh. Well, I found my boots. Again, collecting wretches for the homunculus so that he can harvest their organs. But what can you do? That's life in the spires. Interesting. It's designed to set the elevator in motion only when wretched victims die inside the device.
A new challenge for me?
Oh. We did a good walk, and we found nothing. But like I said, I feel like I've been told... that there is, in fact...
I'm always ready. Suits my purposes.
Okay, you can't strike rack.
Too easy.
Guess not. I guess not. Not this
It's
way.
about time.
I mean, he won't let me through. Maybe I do now have to go and kill Malice. This is this could be quite hard. Let's go and end said person. Oh, I've gone and lost myself. I wandered away too far. Nope, down this way.
None shall stand in
this
my
could suck.
way.
Like I said, it's kill Malice, find Pascal in the streets, find Jay. Troubling developments. To the pit. Yeah. Oh, this is so gonna suck. Relax with us, take a stimulant, enjoy yourself. The commissar says hello.
Take a knee and bow before me.
There are only 10 bad guys. How is Malice doing? 418 health. And he has natural armor. Okay, so his armor goes down the more damage I manage to do. So Bahado's going to stay where he is. Abelard's going to turn and take the brunt of every attack coming from the other direction. And Argento's going to stand in the middle of them and attempt to shoot anything that moves.
I've suffered worse.
Not a good start. Really not a good start. Oh dear lord. Right, let's mark some prey. Run away. I want to be taking out ranged
Faith
shriekers.
without deeds is worthless.
I think Abelard can...
As the Emperor commands, I act.
deal with melee guys quite well. But it's the ranged ones that I want to take out. Yeah, no, he's got a melee weapon. Okay. That being the case... Turn that on. Let's turn on over penetration. Let's... So you're on a 62. You're on a 62%. How about we switch weapon? Got Deadeye shot. Still for a 62, huh? Well, that's quite surprising. That guy's already gone, so let's see if I can take out this one.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Because he is behind cover. Let's go. Oh, I can't go run and gun. I'm out of moves.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Do a bit of furious recital.
Let's make it quick.
Okay, they're not going to quite... Oh! They are going to reach me, but also while trying to kill all of their own people. That's right, Abelard. You take those warriors on. Ouch.
Just a minor setback. I'll revert to more conservative tactics.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
I will avenge you.
No! Damn it. This is not going well. This is not going well. This could be, sod. Let us... I can't see what I'm doing because there's too much stuff in the way. Okay, no, I don't think I have an opening on my side. 21% chance to hit. We are, of course, not doing particularly well.
Nothing I can't do. Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do.
Dodged.
Suits my purposes.
Parried. Each stack inflicts minus penalty to strength, toughness, and agility, and reduces MP by 1. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to load. No way I'm getting through that. Let's load that autosave and let's try again. Oh, we are actually at the end of the stream, but I can't leave this fight in the state it's in. Dossier Hearts, hello and welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. How are you doing today? Let's try that again. Let's equip... you know, surely we've got a few more things that we can equip, etc. We've got some Gladiators healing kits. Get some stims. Let us see. There isn't a lot more else I can do. I was hoping maybe I had a grenade, but I guess not, eh? Combat medical sensing amount of restored wounds. Removes a trauma. Does this stack as a count as a trauma?
Your seneschal is always there for you. Let's patch you up.
Thank you. Now where were we?
No, it does not count as a trauma. Oh well, in we go.
I won't tolerate weakness.
In we go. Everybody pray. It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be very painful. It's what makes me think I should have found more of my crew by now. And I don't know. I really don't know. Malice, my old buddy, old chum.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
You'll suffer exquisitely.
They've all got really, really vicious swords. Ouch.
Your suffering will sustain me.
Parried. Let us... Let's simply go for this attack.
As the Emperor commands, we act.
Oh, damn it. Oh, wait, that was the right weapon. Or was it the right weapon? That was the right weapon. That was a terrible attack. Oh, I should have marked him as prey first. That probably would help. Bit more damage.
As
Let's
the
get some
Emperor commands, I act.
penetration.
Faith without deeds, you Emperor.
Oh, nice. Hit both of those on the second hit.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
However, now we pray that Abelard doesn't die. Woo, that's a good one.
Time to slaughter someone. Show me what you've got.
That's good.
Let's get to it.
Okay, that's also good.
How'd you like
That's
I've
not.
suffered worse.
Okay, but Hardor, you definitely need to endure. We
Already done.
definitely need to get more armor against this guy.
Nothing I can't do.
Open up a weak spot.
Suits my purposes.
Posture.
Nothing I can't do.
And then let's... Damage, assassinate 5% dodge and 1% dodge reduction. Go elusive. 41% chance. And he parried. Yeah, it's going to be really hard because my guys are kind of badly hurt. Definitely gain a bit more health. Definitely gain parry.
I will do my duty.
Brace for impact. I don't want to take a wide swing, so I do need 2 points for that. I want to... There's many people...
It will be done.
Targeting me as possible, because that gives me bonuses as well. Then swing away. Okay, 2 dodged, 1 got hit. Not the best results, but not terrible.
Let's get to it.
Oh, he's burning. That's fantastic.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Oh no, what are you doing? Nice. Parry returns attacks.
I'll do it.
Ah, damn it, I have the wrong weapon equipped. 38% chance, but 38% chance of killing is not much chance of killing.
Doubt is for the weak.
0% chance. I don't like those odds. I very much do not like those odds. 38% chance. Come on. Show me some love.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh, this is so gonna hurt.
Target well struck.
Yes.
Let's get to it.
Hold on.
Okay, he didn't return hit any of those.
My ears are ringing.
Nice.
The art of pain.
He only got hit once and it was for 0 damage. Let us...
Suits my purposes. All too easy. Suits my purposes.
Dodged. And... Oh, wait. We have to
Nothing
do
I
that,
can't
so... Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Abelard, so yes. More temporary health. Most definitely more parry. Or just parry, I should say.
Indeed.
So make sure they're all focused on me. And then swing away.
Victory is an exemplary
Nice.
strike.
Finally! You battle my comrades in arms. The rogue trader calls for our aid. You're damn right I call for your aid. Oh no. Woo, what a dodge. Ouch. What not a dodge. Gent. Yeah, a little bit buggered, really. Kind of can't get any shots off. Kind of stuck in between people. Not really the place you want to be. Oh, the guy back here is dead? How did that happen? Let's check the list. We've got a 35%. Okay, yeah, no, it's just this guy in ranged.
I'll do it.
Alright, no, I won't. I thought maybe I could get away with that.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! As the Emperor commands, I
This
act.
could be the death of Argento right here. Okay, no, we can't actually get past this dude. I'm going to step one back, and we're going to have to leave it there, unfortunately. Woo, he's dead. He's dead.
To dust. Let's get to it.
He's dying. I'm out of parries, apparently. Ouch. Let's step up.
Already done. Suits my purposes.
Now, getting hit on this guy is really, really hard.
Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do.
Makes an attack with the current weapon against the enemy's attack cannot miss and deals plus 50% more damage. It also deals additional damage equal to 25% of missing target's wounds. Right, let's attempt to hit him first anyway.
Already done.
Nope. Okay, so let's do our first bit of damage.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
There you go, 47 damage. Everlard, so let me see. Put parry back on.
It will be done.
The amount of health I have. Yep, let's
Indeed.
keep taunting them. Then let's swing away.
Once you a target.
Beautiful. 2 more chop down. Abelard is the king of this fight, quite frankly.
Let's make it quick. Here we
104
go.
health from the Zealous Thugs. Wow. Where were you 2 rounds ago? They're not even going to get into the fight. They're that far away.
Onward!
My faith strengthens me.
Oh, do you think it could strengthen you to the point of actually doing something? Nice. So she's dodged into a place where she can shoot from again. Ouch, we are bleeding. That's not good. Quite a lot of bleeding as well. Let's...
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, no, wait, let's...
Faith without... As the Emperor commands, I act.
Start getting some hits in at least. We have started to take his armor down.
Scared yet?
Yes, come and attack me. I don't know why. He doesn't seem to hit them back on those ones. Let's keep trying.
Nothing I can't do.
course, get a bit more health.
All too easy.
Now, he's not counting me as a threat because I don't think I've hit him yet. Parried.
Nothing I can't do.
Way, I hit him.
High momentum.
Oh, nice. This is my first playthrough of Rogue Trader, so how about yourself? Did you go through it for the first time? Or are you playing it repeatedly? Let's gain health. Let's gain defensive stance.
Victory is imminent.
Let us swing away as always.
It will be done. I took care of this one.
Yes, 2 more dead. And then let's... Rampage to the end of the turn. They did not lose MP after performing attacks.
We'll rule the stars themselves.
I'm going to go and charge against this guy. And I am just going to swing
I will
away
do my target well struck.
as much as I possibly can. See if I can start to reduce malice. Natural armor is falling down. He's now in a cold rage. Ouch. He is being disarmed 3 times, however.
Out of my way.
Come on, Zealous Thug, come do something useful.
Let's get to it.
No, what if you go to the Shrieker with the gun? Kill him in the background. He's the one that's going to annoy me the most.
Follow my lead.
And don't get me wrong, at least they're shooting something, but still. Parry and a dodge. Parry and a dodge.
Nothing.
Yeah, she's seen better days. That's a really big reload.
I'll do it. Why I was chosen.
Yeah, it is. Let's just switch to the other gun.
Doubt is for the weak.
And keep shooting, quite frankly. That'll be... See what happens when you ignore the guy behind you? He keeps shooting you.
Already
So
done.
make an opening. Let us
Nothing
get
I
a few more
can't do.
bonuses against him. And then
Not a problem for me.
we will start swinging. We hit him on the first strike. I'm really struggling to see his health and stuff. There's so much mess around here. He is down to 64 health. Abelard, 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 Abelard.
Indeed.
Indeed. Let's go
At
and
your
endure.
beck and call.
And come on, we can do this.
It will be done.
That is unfortunately all I've got, though. So let's go and scream at him. Make sure he attacks me.
Hold on.
Okay, he's dead. Come on, get this guy in the background.
Let's get to it.
Don't worry about this guy. I've got him. I've got him, I tell you. Come on, Commissar, go get him. All right, I don't know where you're going, but... Hey, it's a start. I don't think he hit him. I don't think he hit him either, but he missed... Oh, no, he hit him. He missed me, though.
I need your aegis, oh Emperor.
All right. I'm just going to have you hide in the background. Yes, if I came to the
Just a
front, you might have
minor
been
setback.
shot. You're not going to do much either. Abelard's going to come and...
Follow
Heal
Injuries
you.
will not slow me.
Let's not have you go down. I have enough problems as it is.
At your beck and call.
Have you charge out here.
Indeed.
Have you endure. Maybe the Commissar can... Or maybe not. Maybe I get another go for some reason. I don't know why. But I'll take it.
Let's make it quick.
You're not going to do anything useful, are you?
Here we go.
Maybe the Commissar can at least shoot him in the face. Yeah, he can. Okay. Victory, comrades. Duty beckons. Our allies are waiting on the other side of this strange rift, so let us not waste time. What exactly awaits us on the other side? Lower comrades in a stolen escort ship with its pilot taken hostage. It will take us back to real space, where, Emperor willing, we will send out a distress call and be saved. May this turn out to be true. Are you coming with us? Or bring up the rear and make sure no one falls behind. You will lead the charge, act as a shining example of duty and valor. Uh-huh. Emperor watches, let us not falter under his gaze. I feel like I haven't found anybody yet. Yes, let's definitely have a few sets of heavy leather armor. Wait, what's this? Reinforced. No, that's Drakari equipment. Wait, we can't have that. I'll take a few bits of that. Let's collect all.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
What's that? Did that include Malice? You can still be talked to? But his stubborn xenophysiology prevents him from expiring. Oh, can I rob him? I mean, look at all these people. And like I said, I feel like I'm still very much missing people here. What's the point? Hardor can now have slightly heavier armor, and it's actually much better. It's got a much lower dodge reduction as well. We also then went and grabbed, I believe we got a heavy greatsword as opposed to a greatsword. That is much better. Really get that weapon damage up. Unfortunately, not a lot else, to be honest. That's as good as we get, unfortunately. That is that. I still feel like... Yep. Just one more step separates the Lord Captain from freedom, but I feel like we're missing people. You know, I mean, Pascal is in the streets of Komora somewhere. Jay is up at the other place. I don't know, I feel like we're missing things.
Victory awaits!
But then I've had a really good look around and I can't see anything, so... I don't know, I feel like I'm supposed to take this portal, but I feel like taking it is leaving my people behind. We're going to go ahead... well, we're going to go and save properly, because this is unfortunately the end of the stream. So, what awaits next time? You'll have to find out when we go through the portal. I very much am in two minds of going back and wandering around, because, I mean, Jay is apparently next to the anatomical garden, and Pascal is apparently somewhere on the streets, which I don't know where. Like I said, so everyone's apparently somewhere. But anyway, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed it. We will see what happens next time. Where I guess I'm just going to jump through the portal, because I don't know what else to do. And so until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you will come back for the next stream. And until then, as per always, I hope that you will stay safe, happy,